Yo, good morning. How are we all doing? Are we well? Happy Friday. Say happy Friday. Fridays are scary days for me, but nevertheless, we'll do our best. Morning, Taki, Mitch, Luke. That's it. Hope we all had a fantastic day yesterday. I know the markets were a bit choppy. I saw a lot of people struggling, but all in all, it was a pretty good day, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Overnight looks unbearably choppy, not gonna lie. If you compare it to yesterday, just the moves are much smaller. Yeah, not really seeing much of anything that I'm all that keen on so far, which is going to be exciting. So we're probably going to have to spend most of the stream occupying ourselves with something a bit more interesting than the world's choppiest market. But that's all right. Marking up my levels here. London's low is here. These two lines are Asia's high. I should give these different colours, really, shouldn't I? I was about to ask chat, well, you want the colour for Asia's low, but I think I know what colour you come out with. Asia, go green. Yeah, we'll go green for both of those. Nice greeny colour. And then London, do blue. Based on our flag. That'd be nice. There you go. Right. There you go, more people in now. Morning, Koza Kent. Morning, Akito. Morning, Matthew. Morning, Fuji. Capital Preservation Day. 100% agree. Today is not to be meddled with. We'll see what we can get. But I'm on the Tradeify accounts today. Today was supposed to be the day when we were doing a chat trade stream. I've been talking about this all week. I was talking logistics with Matt yesterday, and he said it's not really possible without some kind of software, because otherwise it's just, you know, I can't even host polls in the chat as a mob without Matt saying he's not going to sit here for 3.5 hours and just make polls. So he's making some software for it that will make it better, but unfortunately I'm going to have to postpone it once again, but I will get a different thumbnail and title and everything for it so you guys can tune in for that, and you'll know when it's happening, and I'll let you know in advance. But vibe coding needs to happen first. So I'm very sorry about that, but I'll let you pick one trade that I take today on my 5 Tradeify accounts. So at least you have some fun there. How come your stream does not have funny thumbnails like Jaws? I know, his thumbnails are brilliant. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. I'll get some fun ones going eventually. But yeah. Look forward to that. Morning, Southern. Morning, Gixer. Good to see you all here. Yeah, how was everyone's day yesterday? How did you finish? If you stuck around later on in the session, I imagine you got mildly butchered in there. Unless you caught something fantastic, which I'm, all for. But, yeah, that just looks brutal. So how did you all manage yesterday? I took a trade. I'll walk you through mine whilst you post in chat. And this is exactly what I talk about in stream. I didn't predict right what happened yesterday in the slightest. But the trade I took, obviously I marked out, every day I mark out Asia's low, London low, so forth, etc. Market opened. We immediately broke London's low, and I thought, okay, London's low is now invalidated. It's not a good entry. It is no longer a valid entry. I do not want to take that trade anymore. And I was sort of sat there. I think I was just doom scrolling, as you do on my phone. And then I looked up right as the candle closed, and we were closing like above it at a complete doji. And I thought, all right, okay. I thought, well, this has got some nice risk to reward to it. So I placed an order. Where are we at now? So we're above this. So if I press buy limit, that shouldn't. Yeah. So this is my trade that I took yesterday. I put on, I think it was only like 12 points of risk. And I targeted 60 points. Instant. Always mark out London lows, London highs, Asia lows, Asia highs, because you can get some juicy trades like that. And when you take them, you can often target absolutely in the trade often comes very early in the session, so you can be done very early and nicely in the session. 7 a.m. opening range is always good for a nice setup. It's a 50 pointer, always very nice. You can manage it quite well. But when you get these sort of trades like that, you can tend to call the low of day. So if you needed, 150 points, go for it. If you needed 200 points, why not? If you needed 500 points, 500 points is ambitious, but how many points is that? That's 300, is that? You can take it because often you've called the low of day, and you did yesterday. Yesterday was, that was the absolute low. Pretty much. But always mark them out, and if you're keen on those kind of trades where they're a little bit riskier, I'll admit, but they have a fantastic risk to reward, you can manage it quite well, take them whenever they give them to you, because you can just take stupid amounts of P&L on it. Stupid amounts. So I'll be talking about that again today. Hopefully we get a nice reaction off of it, but so far I don't like the chop. So I want to see us expand a little bit more in the overnight, and then we can go from there. Right, let's see. Choppy AF. Yeah. And the overnight is so far as well. Minus 50 day, lock myself early. Do not regret it. Yeah, I'm so lucky that I got that trade really early, because I would have lost my mind taking that. Morning, Yusha. Morning, Skolix. Right, cool to lock out. I agree. I just saw everyone getting chopped. Even Danny locked out like pretty early on in his stream, and you could see he was a bit tilted by it. To be fair, do not doss him for it, because getting tilted is just absolutely part of the game, and it's especially in that kind of market. Took a trade where I got wicked B immediately, 60 point TP 30 seconds later. Locked instantly, not in the mood for that BS. Yeah, absolutely. Nice trim. What nice trim. Lockout button is a game changer. Yeah, trading, Sierra Chat actually has one. I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't. Hang on, let me just, on OBS, remove the overlay for a second. You see up here, top left, lock. I can press that. Now, it won't let me do anything. But, oh my goodness, I'm tilted. I'm not in the right state of mind to be trading. What can I do? I can just press the unlock button again, and boom, we're back in business. You know what I mean? I don't like that. One thing I miss from Top Step X is the ability to just lock it out for the rest of the day, and you get to choose how long you're locked out for, which we will have a feature of again. Your hair. I know. I got a haircut yesterday, chat. The problem is I left it for far too long. I was talking about this on Liam's stream. I left it far too long because my barber, who I'm very loyal to, I try to be anyway, he went on a stag do, which is a bachelor party, which I figured out as just an English term. But yeah, he went on a stag do and he broke his hand, which is obviously quite important as a barber to have your hand. So I held off for quite a while. That's why my hair was so long. And the problem is when your hair gets that long and then you cut it to where it was before, suddenly it's used to all this weight and it just sort of goes, and it just doesn't have any sort of texture to it anymore, which is brutal. So I'm just going to let this, I'm just going to sit in this sort of stage of a bad haircut for the next sort of week, maybe less than, but yeah, we'll see. Oh well. Okay, what are we looking at so far? I need to widen this. So London opened, we instantly bidded, we dumped London Open, and then we bidded back up into Asia's high, and now we're back pushing below Asia's high again after a small rejection of it. I'd like to see us drop into about 580, something like this. So a trade off of 580, give or take, risk at that lows, maybe targeting Asia's high again. That would be interesting for me. We'll see how we react when we get down there, but that's something. I don't even remember what your hair looked like prior, to be honest. Just go back to the streams, man. It was long. It was really long. And there were days where I'd literally wake up. I'm a nighttime showerer. I don't like. So I do actually sometimes, but yeah, I woke up one day and it was just like woohoo. Interesting. Trade debate lockout is putting myself in jail. Yeah. Some of them have good lockouts. Some of them just don't. This is really slow. Morning, Feminator. How you doing? Okay, so we're still in, we're basically re-entering yesterday's value area, which is also quite small, can I add? It's about 150 points, yesterday's value area, which is pretty unheard of for us. It's basically this whole chop zone and a little bit higher on the value area high. VWAP bang in the middle. Don't like that. I'll be honest. Ninja has a good lookout. Does it? Never actually tried it. I only use Ninja for bots. That's interesting. I don't like Ninja's charting system though. They need to change that. It's very old. I don't like the fact that you can't move the charts around like this very easily. That's just the one thing that bugs me, because I like to sort of just drag it back and forth and, you know. And in the Sierra chart, you have the option to do the button that Ninja Trader has. Like, this is what it's like normally. But, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, since it's Friday, we know what Fridays are like for us. And I just started getting my mojo back. I'm not willing to give it away all that early again. Let me just can you not, Google Chrome? Can you just not? Control click to move around. Yeah, I know, but it's why do I want to control click? Sometimes I like sitting back and just like you know? Start off today with kind of hard golf, par 18. Got top 11% yesterday. I'm sure we'll beat that today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh no, baby. Right, so what do we have to do up here? Exactly that is what we have to do. Oh no! Get in. Okay, well that was less good. Top 11% again. I am the top 11% guy. I'm good at this shit. I mean, this stuff. You'll also have to bear with me. I can feel my voice slowly disappearing. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Where should I buy? Wherever the hell you like. I want to buy at 580. Maybe. Don't know yet. Yeah, I did not notice the hair change. Right, I should have just kept my mouth shut then. You noticed me getting ears? Yeah, they grew. It was long before. It's supposed to be kind of mullety. Let me have a look on OBS. Yeah, well, kind of, like, you know, I think, a little bit, yeah. It's supposed to be anyway. Yeah. We'll have a nice chill Friday today, I think, chat. I'm not going to be pushing us too hard. As I said, I'll let you guys pick one trade for me. It better be a good one, though. Make it a nice one, you know? So these accounts, obviously yesterday, the payout was requested and approved from Apex, $570. It was just the minimum payout because I wanted to win the competition. And we have done it. The Londoners have officially done it. So that's another job for us today, chat. We've got to pick the shot that Liam and Joz are going to be taking on Matt's stream. I'll be joining them as well, and chances are probably taking a shot as well. If we put Wasabi in it, I will not be joining them on the Wasabi part, but I'll be joining them on the shot. So yeah, that's your job today. We won't do it right now. We'll hold a poll in, I don't know, half an hour, something like that. Get more viewers in here and, you know, get some more inspiration. Lyrics, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you around here enough recently. We've missed you. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. Okay, we're breaking below Asia's high here, which is nice. Very good. Very good to see. Yeah. We'll be doing another one as well, another competition among us streamers, which would be good. I think the main thing is this time, because I won, yes, but I felt a bit guilty because obviously I had quite a head start over them. I had an Apex account that, granted, didn't have the the money in it to take a payout, but it had the winning days. So realistically, all I needed to do was get the P&L up a little bit, and then boom, I'm ready. And then Jaws was still on an eval when we started. Liam had funded accounts, but they weren't eligible. They didn't have the winning days required for it. So yeah, I had quite a head start. So we'll be doing it again. This time, level playing field, all starting from eval, I reckon. We'll work our way up to a payout from there. First one to do it wins, which means obviously we're all going to have to be going for the daily accounts. So we'll see. Something fun for you guys to tune into. Any trades today? Not yet. I've only just been here for 16 minutes, and to be honest, I'm not a fan of how this market's looking. I wish it could be a little bit better, but I don't know. When you zoom in like this, it doesn't actually look that bad. But we'll see what we can get. There were some nice trades yesterday. So I'll see if I can catch something. I like the 580 bid. I want to see VWAP. I don't want to see VWAP really. Actually, I mean VWAP would be interesting, but it would mean I'd get stopped out on a trade that I'd be quite keen on. Just got short TP90. Yeah, really good. I like the idea there. Really like the idea. Which area are you anticipating today? I want to see a continuation of this bid, to be honest. We held Asia's high well enough for me to think it's going to continue. So down to 580, confirmation, bid up, risking to the lows. That's what I like to see. How does the daily payout work? What's the objective here? Oh God, it still says funded in there. So I'm on the Tradeify Select 50k accounts. These are actually evals. I had the funded account, but I blew them. This is the second day on these evals. We're up to $1,200 in them, which is the 40% consistency max. So we're doing well. The way the daily payouts work, once we get funded, which should be Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, like that. The way they work is there's no consistency rule. It's an end of day drawdown. There's a daily loss limit in the funded environment. Every single penny that you get above $2,100 in the money, so it has that buffer. You have to build the buffer first, 2.1k, and then every penny beyond that, you can request up to $1,000 every single day. There's no winning days requirement. There's no consistency rule. It's just you got the money in there, boom, take it out, baby. Yeah, you have it. So that's how they work on Tradeify. Lucid has a similar thing, but they've got no max payout size. You can make a maximum of $8,000 in a day, which obviously is not a problem for most people. But they've got a trailing drawdown in the funded environment. So they sound better, but realistically, I'd argue for most people, Tradeify is more likely to get a payout for you if you want daily payouts. If you're a new trader, though, I would actually suggest the Flex ones because it helps build that consistency a little bit better. And if you're not used to funded accounts at all, then you'll put so much pressure on getting a payout on the first day that you'll just blow it on the first day. So unless you think you can manage it, I manage account balance. That's how I roll. How about Apex 25k in a day account for beginners? Yeah, that's not a bad shout. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Partly because the evals are cheaper as well. So if you are an absolute beginner, we were talking to this about with checks yesterday. If you are an absolute beginner, because Apex's evals are cheaper, and you're going to blow quite a few if you're a beginner. Yeah, absolutely, they're a really good shout. I think they're really good. I think the only downside to Apex, the only one that I can possibly think of, is how long it takes for the payout to hit your bank account. That's the only thing. Like, I requested mine yesterday. I don't expect to see that until probably September, maybe end of August. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. As long as I'm receiving it. It gets approved immediately, which is great. So I can trade that account today, no problem. But yeah. I think they're a great account to go for. I don't like the daily loss state on Apex. Most of them have till September. Man, relax. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I don't know how long it takes. It's a bit hit and miss. They say they send it within, a week, and they might do, but it's just so hit and miss. I'm not going to kick up a fuss if I don't receive it till September. That's the thing, And it's not a problem, to be honest with you. You're receiving the money still. It just takes a little bit. That's okay. And they're working on it. I know they're working on it. Does Apex accept Wise? They use a different system. They use something called Plain for international users. So it's like a payroll system. And then they just pay you to an English bank account. And as soon as Plain received the money, I received it the next day, which is great. TopStep are the main ones that use Wise. I know it's great that these other prop firms have, you know, immediate payouts and you can receive it, you know, same day, and it's yeah, that does feel great, and it is good. I mean, it's a good feature. Does it affect anything really though? No, not really, because if you are a consistent trader and you're making money consistently and you're taking payouts consistently, the only delay to your payouts hitting your bank will be the very first 1 or 2, because after that you'll be receiving them at consistent intervals anyway, at the same intervals that you're requesting them from. Does that make sense? So even if they were same day or 3 weeks delayed, you'd be receiving them at the same pace. Okay? So it's like with my bank. I get early payday if on a normal job, which means that, you know, I can get my payday like a day or 2 early. It's a great feature in principle, but then you realize it only actually affects your first paycheck because there's the same gap between every paycheck regardless. So don't worry, you'll be fine. Apex are a great prop firm to go with, and you get 90% off with code TBM, which makes the end of day 25Ks, I think, $35, which is great. Morning, Matt, how you doing? Morning, Kieran. Morning, Fufu as well. Would you consider yourself consistent? Consistent enough to make a living, absolutely. Not quite where I want to be yet, but I'm going to work through that, and we'll get there. You'll get to see the journey of a day trader, but I'm making money, absolutely. Yeah, we don't be consistent is all LMAO. I'm just not used to it yet. Secured a payout today with Tradeify, and I need that today. Man, if you need your payout same day, then you need to get a job if you're a trader, especially if you're new. You know, you need some kind of income. Trading, it is 10 times harder to be a consistently profitable trader if you rely on the income from it. Which is why, if you ask a trader, how, like someone who's a full-time day trader, like I am, but then I'm also paid to stream, obviously. So it's a bit different. But if you ask someone whose sole income is their trading income, what it was like to transition into a full-time day trader, they'll say it was hard. Because suddenly you're relying on this form of income. So don't rely on it as a beginner, because even a consistently profitable trader finds it hard, you know? Have you tried requesting a payout on a daily account? I'm leaning towards Tradeify Select Flex instead of daily. No, I haven't yet. I basically, my first proper attempt at Tradeify was on stream only 3 weeks ago, so I'm still sort of learning the rules. And I blew my daily funded account because I messed up and I didn't read the rules properly, and I didn't realize it had a daily loss limit, which is on me. And I don't think daily loss limits are a problem, by the way. I just think if you're not aware of them, they can be a problem, you know? And I wasn't aware of it, so I traded it differently. You adjust your trading style based on the rules. I work part-time. I don't think I give that up for years. Absolutely, yeah. Having that second source of income actually means you probably do make more trading. So if it doesn't affect your trading and you think it's, you know, it's a nice thing and you quite enjoy it, absolutely stick to it. Yeah, $400 and 1 micro for 200 points. I traded a 50k legacy on Funded Next into 300k account earlier this year, went on a 30-day winning streak, thought I was consistent and blew it after moving to live. Sorry to hear that, Revenge Trader. GG's on the 30-day win streak though. It happens. It happens. It's I call it like a transition crisis. You know, it's like whenever your account transitions into something else, like when you request a payout, or when you're in an eval and you go into funded, or when you go funded to live, the following days after that often look a bit dicey because you put more pressure on it. Long's looking good, not sure where to enter. I was eyeing up 580. I actually got a bit distracted and didn't see us rejecting here. But I'd like to see us continue to the downside, to be honest, a little bit more. The fact that we rejected just above 580 tells me that I want to see this actually drop to, you know, 570, 575, that kind of volume, risking to that low still. just to get a better entry, to be honest. Yeah, just don't rely on your payouts, man. Payouts are fantastic, and they are a reward in the early days. Only later down the line do they become your income. They're a bonus in the early days. You're still learning. Your first payout doesn't mean you're a consistently profitable trader. It means, excellent, you're growing. That's a step. Still got a long journey to go, man. We never got to 90, stopped my base hit, yeah. What do you do to avoid bad behavior after payout or moving to funded or live? There's no sort of religious thing that I do to avoid bad behavior after that. I just find every day to avoid bad behavior, you distract yourself with something. Like, you know, this morning I played kind of hard golf. You know, you play Wordle, you do stupid little things. Like, loads of people when they're trading, they do this. They're sort of staring at the chart. So I think 610 here is A, that's bloody exhausting. That's really exhausting. And B, you will overthink, overmanage, and overtrade because you'll see every single price movement as an opportunity to make money, which it is and it isn't. So what you do is you distract yourself. You have your charts open on your main screen and you do something else. Like you watch me on your second monitor. You play something else. You know, you do something. You know, you hang up your laundry, and you know, if it's in the same room, you do something, distract yourself, and then because 9 times out of 10, a setup that you like, it will just jump out at you. You know, like you can glance at the chart for 10 seconds and go, oh, actually that's quite interesting. You know, like, oh, 620 here looks nice. If you have to stare at the chart to find the setup, it's probably not a good setup. It should just jump out at you. You'll see it immediately. Booking, 100% not on this channel, man. I'm going to put you in timeout, 5 minutes, remove your messages. If I see something else from you, I'll just ban you. It's fine. I don't want to see people advertising signals. Don't follow people's signals, chat. Do you ever journals in the beginning? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think it's valuable. I think it's... You have to journal right, I think. The way you journal is just like... I think you've got to focus on... Like, actually, I'll show you. Where did I put it? You're going to have to ignore my handwriting, but these are some of my older journals from the beginning of this year, actually. I thought I'd give it a shot, and I actually did it on pen and paper. Right, are you ready for this? My handwriting is absolutely appalling. So let me pull up OBS so I can actually see what I'm doing. So this is how I used to do it. So on my wall back here, I have a list of rules. I don't actually listen to them exactly anymore because I've adjusted my system, but I used to put the dates, date, P&L, how many trades I took, rules broken. So if I have like, you know, I have 8 rules listed there or 9 rules, how many of those that I broke that day? A summary of what went well, what I did, you know, what trades I took, what went well, what went badly, and lessons learned. So what did I do well? Okay, I did this really well. Even on a bad day, there'll be things that you did well. And on good days, there'll be things that you did badly. So write down good, bad every day, and then lessons learned, you know, what were you going to change going into the future? That's what I used to do when it came to journaling. It's also good to have like sort of a digital one. Like I know Danny has that and you can actually put in your trades, but journaling as a tool, it's not going to change your trading overnight. It just helps you sort of build that consistency a little bit better because you can look back and hold yourself accountable. Good, you were handwriting it down instead of typing it. Yeah, I actually think when you handwrite something, it goes into your head a bit better. That's how I used to do it. If you're a beginner and you want to trade and you want to journal things, that's how I'd suggest you do it. Still, sort of, you can import your trades into like something like, was it TradeZella, something like that. That's good as well. So trading futures not for swing traders. No, trading futures is good for swing traders, but prop firms don't allow holding trades overnight because that's how they update their systems. But so you need to be you need to kind of have a personal brokerage account for swing traders. I imagine there's a prop firm out that allows it, but I'd be a bit skeptical about that. Because people are very profitable when they swing trade. Ugh. CFDs allow everything allows swing trading, man, and there's no sort of strict thing that doesn't allow swing trading. Options allow swing trading, futures allow swing trading, CFDs allow swing trading. Swing trading is just holding a position for a longer period of time. Scalping is the one most commonly not allowed, but even that's pretty much allowed in everything. It's just prop firm rules change things. You can trade the stock market however you wish. Bro, so scared to trade the 1 minute chart. If you're scared to trade it, don't trade it. Don't force yourself to do something. Just, chillax, Like, do you like that wick test? Oh, great, that's a good wick test, Let's go from there. I don't like it, but, just place it. If it's a good trade and it fits your setup, don't panic. Like, go back to yesterday where I took that 43 pointer. You'll see, for most of that trade, I wasn't actually looking at the charts. I was looking at something else. Because there's no point. You watching it's not going to move the market. Your trade's not moving the market. Be on it with the break even, especially if you're doing base hits. But if you're in a trade for quite a while, if you're targeting more points and the volume's lower, then, What do you think about the 10-second scalping rule with prop firms? I don't think that should be a problem for 90% of people. If your trades are lasting less than 10 seconds, then you're too jittery. I actually don't think that problem is out there to trip you up. I think that rule is out there because it only tends to be on the good prop firms that have that. I think it's there to actually try and teach you something. Like Tradeify is absolutely fantastic. Their system and their CEO, they want you to learn. They want you to grow. They want you to get payouts. Like Brett Simba, who was on Matt's stream 2 weeks ago, he was very honest. He said most people take payouts on the flex accounts. So on the flex accounts, you're more likely to get a payout statistically from our side. And he wants you to do that. He wants you to grow. Because these good prop firms, the ones that we endorse, Take Profit Trader, Apex, Tradeify, Lucid, they all have good live programs. So if you're a profitable trader, fantastic. They move you to live. If you're not a profitable trader, great. Their rules are going to teach you to be a good trader. How can I make my chart look like this? Search trading platform help on Google. And it should give you a template. It's made by Gary, Matt's developer, I think he is. Is there a one-sided betting rule if I only buy in bullish market? Nope, not typically. Not with any of those ones. Having sense of humour for traders is a must. Yeah, you're gonna laugh it off. Did you guys enjoy having Texas Ryan on the stream yesterday? I know I did. Good lad, isn't he? He'll be in here at some point today. If you missed it, it was worth a watch, actually. Get some good laughs. In your free time, if you like one of our trading styles, if you like mine, if you like Matt's, if you like Liam's, Danny's, Joz's, Ria's, you can go on this channel and you can watch those streams back. You can think, oh god, I really struggled on yesterday's London session. Let's see what Jamie did. Oh, okay, that's what he did. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I like that. Same with Matt. Same with, all of them. Whichever session you prefer the most, and you watch them back and you can learn a few things as well. Or you can just laugh at us, whatever you want to do. Which trading platform, which platform you trade for prop firm? This is Sierra chart. This is the bee's knees. Was a great stream. Lovely. You missed it. Ah, oh, Mitch. You and Joz just full port together. Morning Market Pulse Daily. How you doing? Lovely. Right, okay, we caught a bid much earlier than I thought we would. I'm not very happy about that. On the 15-minute, we did retest the prior open. It's just I wasn't really keen on that. Wick test right below. Front ran yesterday's value area high. No trade that I saw an opportunity of catching here, even though I do think we'll probably get a bid up. I ain't keen. And we might drop. And we're not on the downtrend, so I can't take that. So as of right now, chat, no trades. And that's okay. Most of the time, you will be sat here doing nothing. 8:30 news should move the market. That's an excellent point. I forgot about news. I haven't even looked at that yet. Newsy. Non-farm payroll. That's a biggie. Unemployment rates. Canadian employment rate. Yeah. US payrolls, etc. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, avoiding 130. Nothing really after that. And then obviously we've got Monday's news after that. Okay, biggie during the stream today, chat. About an hour before the open. We'll see what we get there. Morning, Emmy. How you doing? Logging in. Did I miss anything? Did you take any trades? Not yet. No, I don't like how the market's moving. So we're going to sit here. We're going to analyze. We're going to have a think. We're going to try and take a trade when we see one forming. When do we get to choose when you buy or sell? Akito, I'm giving you one trade today, unfortunately. I was talking to Matt about the logistics of it all, and he wants to build a proper way to do it. He's going on a bit of a vibe coding streak at the moment. He loves it. So I'll give you one trade as payment because I told you it was going to be today, and it's going to have to be put off. But we're building a system where you can do it properly. And I'll tell you in advance before that happens, and you'll see it on the title and the thumbnail, so you can tune in for that. And that'll be really good fun. Yeah, you start at 4 AM for me. Woo! It's 4 AM for you right now. Jeez. Seems to be rejecting, so it's holding off London. A VWAP. Is it just VWAP you mean? Oh, anchored VWAP. Yeah, of course. So that'll probably be printing there, like that, for now. Yeah. I can see that happening. I can see that. I think we'll probably bid from here into new highs on London. And I wouldn't mind bidding 20. We need to break above, probably test 30, retest 20, risk to this low. So I can probably get away with risking 10 points. Targeting 30 points, maybe? That'd be nice. This is the first time catching the full stream vibes are good this early. Yeah, man. London session's good. Oh. Right. We got a fair few people in here now. Chat, as you may be aware, the Londoners, we won the challenge. We won the payout challenge. So, we get to pick a shot for Liam and Joz to take on Matt's stream probably sometime next week. I'm letting you hold the torch. I'm letting you pick. I want you to come up with some hilarious and absurdly ridiculous shots for them to take. Whatever you think's appropriate. Alcoholic, obviously, because it's 9 AM for them. We can, beans and vodka. I know, I saw that. I thought that'd be funny. That would be very funny. That's a good one. I'll put that. I'll make a list, actually. Let's start making a list. Coffee and vodka, but that might be quite nice. And we could just have a little bit of a vibe stream. So we got beans and vodka. Vodka. Was it coffee and vodka? I'm going to throw absinthe into the list. I think that one's harmful enough by itself. Oh, God, tanned one. That is awful. Coffee and tequila. That's a song, isn't it? Coffee and tequila. Ginger beer. Oh no, gin. Are you saying ginger beer or gin, beer, egg, cayenne soy sauce. That is brutal. I think I'd actually feel really bad. Marmite and vodka. Now that, doesn't have to be vodka. We could pick something else with Marmite. But I like that. Because that's an English thing as well. They don't really have that. Vodka with mayo. Oh, God. Okay. Jaeger bomb, it sounds, to be fair, just a Jaeger bomb. I'm weird, chat. When I was in yachting about 2-3 years ago, I worked with a Croatian captain, and he used to just drink like Jaeger on the rocks. I used to look at him like he was a weird bloke, and to be fair, I tried it. Jaeger's not that bad. It's the bomb part that makes it really awful. Drunk trading live, yeah. They're going to be smashed for the rest of the day. Count blowing city. Or maybe they make loads of money, who knows? I've traded drunk before. I actually did do quite well. Right. Keep them coming. As you come up with ideas, dump them in the chat and I'll add them to the list. I really like that. I'll keep on adding to it, and then I'll hold like I'll do that poll thing like I did earlier, like a few weeks ago. And we can, you know, pick the best. They're all good shouts, though. Anchovies and gin. Oof. Now that is... Anchovies and gin. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'll hold a poll at like in like 2 hours' time. B52... Is that not just a really nice drink, though? That actually sounds quite nice. Coffee, liqueur, Baileys, and orange. B52. Okay. I'll take a look at that. 100%. See what we can get. Never. Okay. You really need something that'll put hair on his chest. Yeah. Matt's going to join them as well, I think, on the shot. But I don't think, if we make it brutal enough, I don't think he will. So he'll just have a normal one. At 8:30 in the morning, can't imagine that. Imagine waking up to a shot of vodka. I can't shot either, and I will be joining them on it just for the sake of it. But we'll see. I don't like chopping aces high. At all. I need momentum on my trades. Otherwise, I overmanage them. Jack, do you want to see this video? I'm going to name and shame him. Hang on. Let me just... Let me sort out this. Sorry, the music's probably got a lot louder. I'll turn that down. Now...
I swear to God, if there's wasabi in this shot, I'm flying to the UK to whoop your ass. You've been warned.
Hang on, there's another one. There's another one. I like this. He sent this to me. He didn't expect to be named and shamed.
My name's Jamie, and I'm chuffed to bits to take a $12 payout. Oi.
I think someone's a little salty. Oh dear, I should hang that on the wall. I should hang videos on the wall like in Harry Potter. How many days ideally it should take to pass the eval? How long have you been trading? What's your strategy? What size is the account? Do the smoker's cough shot. Pour a shot of Jägermeister and drop a teaspoon of mayonnaise right in the middle. Ugh. Ugh. God. Alright. Bet. Jaeger. And a drop of mayo. Can we give them like spiced mayo or something like some of those weird flavored mayos? You know? Look up Fire and Ice. What movie? Or are you talking about a drink? I'm assuming you're talking about a drink. Combining equal parts Fireball whiskey and peppermint schnapps. Sorry, 1 part Fireball whiskey, 1 part menthol mint. I mean, I cannot stand Fireball, but that doesn't seem too bad. That might be the one. Tartar sauce. Just what? Just a shot of tartar sauce. It's heartburn. I can imagine, actually. I just started a week back using 25k account. No strategy, just watching a stream for trades. Well, you shouldn't be copying my trades. You should be learning how I trade and then trying to replicate it yourself. Well, no, actually, that's not trying to replicate yourself. You should be understanding the market, learning the markets, and, you know, you can use me as a source of information if you wish. Don't copy my trades. But how long should it take you to pass an eval? There is no right answer. Sometimes a day. You know, like with my Apex accounts, I tend to just go, wait, let's just get this over and done with, and I'm just, you know, 1 day. But then, if you're new, you just started a week back, yeah, that should take you a month. Morning, human mind, how you doing? The mac and cheese shot, vodka, oh. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's going on the list. Was it? Mac and cheese shot. Vodka. Milk. And Velveeta. Mac and cheese powder. I'm actually starting to feel a bit guilty now. The mayo in the Jaeger acts like an egg stays afloat. Oh. I have written that one down, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Woo! How long for you to build a buffer on a TPT 50k account? However long it takes. How big's the buffer? You know? Good, I'm resting today from everything, so just drinking coffee, watching some weirdos. Yeah. Welcome. We are the weirdos. Is it going for yesterday's high? I don't know. Maybe. Tend to buy a short at 20 now. Buy stepping up though. This is the first time I've opened 22 range, to be fair. It even looks, that looks worse. Haha, sure are. Morning, Lucifer. Liquid steak. Liquid steak. Refers to a savoury novelty alcoholic shot combining whiskey or hypo rum with Worcestershire sauce and mimicking the. Adding that. These are much better than I thought they'd be, chat. So I'm really glad I asked you for this. Got a good bunch in here. Short at 20. You're short at 20. Yeah, I'm eyeing that up as well, to be fair. I just don't want to get burned on this. Whenever there's a trade that's cheap and it's like a tiny risk, it's just... It sounds great in principle, but I don't think it's not actually that common. Human mind. You're a very interesting lad, aren't you? A very interesting lad. I still like that. If we get there. The 20 short is interesting. I will give you that. Oh dear. I just don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to short 20. This is one of those days where I can feel myself wanting to do some stupid things. And again, I feel like I'm seeing it well. It's just I can feel the temptation building, you know? We'll see. We'll see how I get on. We will see. Morning, Jacob. How you doing? Chat, how was yesterday for you, actually, whilst we're here? Just give me a brief rundown of your... I asked earlier on and I only got like 3 people responding, so I'm a bit disappointed in that. How was your day yesterday? Did you enjoy the, once again, choppy markets? I was really hoping this week would be better, but it's just not. Come on, man, I just share my heart. Sorry, human mind. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't see your phone. Jamie, can I send you a clip to play? Yeah, go for it. DM me, man. You should see me on the right hand side of the TBM streamers. Day was green, messy but green. Yeah. Next week will be better. Yeah. Yesterday morning was great, but afternoon I stopped after lunch. Yeah. Yesterday was messy, I've got to say. The 20 short looks like it's working out quite nicely, Luke. What trading terminal is this? This is Sierra chart. I'm not sure I'd call it a terminal, but it's a platform. It's good. It's a good platform. Let's see what happens when this this closes. Right, let me see what this is. Is this Aussie? Okay, let's just go ahead and play this on stream. This is going to be funny. Alright, you ready for this, chat? This is a meme courtesy of NQ Matt.
Put that down. Put that down. Just stop for 2 seconds.
What's that?
Hungover or really depressed.
Facebook, can you just not? Can you just... Alright.
Hungover or really depressed. I make me bomb. Never fails, you know. I'll make you one too.
What's in
it? First of all, a dash of the hair of the dog, room temperature.
It's flat.
Then about a teaspoonful of salt.
Ooh.
Teaspoonful of pepper. Oh, too much. I'll have that one, mate. And dash of tomato sauce.
What, ketchup?
Raw egg. And an oyster, mate.
An oyster?
Then, hold it, my secret ingredient.
I get it. Go on.
Stir with a spoon dipped in Vegemite.
I know this, mate. The old gag, right? You stir it up. You tip it down the sink and you won't have a block drain for 6 months, right?
No, mate. No. You drink it. Real.
Something like that. Ugh, God. What, has that made you hungry, Danny? Morning, Henry. No, this is Sierra chart, honey. I do like it more than Tradeify. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Just thrown up on my desk. Yeah, there's the recipe. So I just send that to them. Right, this is what you guys are making. Something like that. We're still doing chat trades today. No, I was talking to Matt about logistics with this. And he wants to make something for it to make it proper. So we're going to hold off for now. But as promised, I'll give you one trade that you can let me take. It has to be a good one, though. I will filter. Because this is my main accounts. Yeah, morning. What about Quantero Atos platforms? I've heard good things. I like this, though. You get used to what you like. I mean, to be fair. The chart's also the same thing. God. Not much liquidity. More to the sell side, which inclines me to think we're going to go up. Have you tried Trade C? No, I haven't. I haven't tried all of them. Once again, I've heard good things. I mean, I saw Joz was using it last night, I think. Yeah, they're good. Probandom, Vestidos. What language is this? Sounds like either Latin or Italian. Sounds like something you'd hear someone chant in the Vatican. Someone else will know, but... Am I right? No, I will filter. Oops, sorry. Chat, how are we doing on likes? How are we doing? If you're just tuning in, welcome. Great to have you here. No trades taken yet today. I don't like anything that we've seen so far. It's too slow, and the moves aren't really that big. It alarms me because it damages risk to reward. I'll be taking something when I see it. Absolutely. Italian, so she is from Italy. What? Yeah. I drink raw egg sometimes. It's quite tasty for me, at least. So a recipe that shared is seasoned raw egg with some ketchup. And Vegemite, and what else was it? Beer. Ginger beer or something else. I don't think I'm that cruel, Matt. You know you don't need to do that, Taki. Do you know any other language, Jamie? I'm trying to learn French still. I admit I haven't been as good on it recently. I've got a 160-day streak on Duolingo with French. And I obviously used to work in France, so I picked up a little bit there. About enough to ask for things in the supermarket and, you know, ask for a certain flavour of vape at the time, or order my drink in a pub. Parlez-vous français? Yeah. Let's hear your French well. No. AI says it's Spanish for trying outfits and dresses. Oh, I was wrong. Morning, Corey. How you doing? Are you back at the charts yet? Were you around yesterday? I don't think you were you? Salut, comment ça va? Ça va très bien. Et toi? I'll be back later. Okay. Buenos dias. Hello from Madrid, Spain. Hello. Wow, I'm glad I wasn't a part of that. I'd have been monstrously break-evened. I like the 20 bids. I like this. I can probably pull this in a little bit lower, but I don't mind that. Jamie, do you have a girl? My kids tell me I have to be more politically correct. No. I have neither. It's actually the longest single period of my life. I'm quite all for it, to be honest. Partner. Yeah, that's more politically correct. I don't think I'm very good at being politically correct on the stream, to be fair, so. Man, I had a massive busy week with my other things. Back at the charts today, and next week we are a go, man. Hopefully pay out. Oh, hell yeah, man. Let's do it. I need to make sure that these are all... Alright, copy trader. Screw you then. So I'm on 80, so I want all the other ones. Thank God I checked. So there should be 4 in there. There are. That's better. Actually, I don't like how far we've come up from that. Not anymore. In that case, French, the language of self-love. Yeah. I'm lucky I have both. Sorry? I have both? I'm in GG's. Fair play. I don't like it rebidding on the same candle. With that news, that was just 6 AM, man. 6 AM Central, it always does that. It's always a bit funky. Oh, I might take it, actually. I don't know. Oh, from Thailand. I didn't read that bit. At least I didn't process it. Matt told me to be family friendly in the stream. I think that lasted about a week. I'm trying my best, chat. You're never awake right now. This is uncharted territory. Well, I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Oh my god. That's funny. On that note... I know, exactly that. That's why I decided to not bother. Yeah, if you can't find someone, go to... Yeah, Jamie learned a lot of pickup lines from chat, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Right, what are we going with? Douche. Douche. Ah. What? That was rubbish. Pines. No. Melon. Oh, have you cheated on me, Matt? Oh, no, you haven't. Oh, fair. That's kind of the only word I knew with something like that. Feign, is that a word? Oh, fair. The hell? What's feign mean? I mean, I know what it means. Feign means, for those of you who are curious, because obviously I'm just an infinite barrel of knowledge, to pretend, fake, or give a false show of something, such as emotional illness or an excuse with the intent to deceive. Sorry, emotion, comma, illness, not emotional illness. I don't know why. With the intent to deceive. Chat, I'm really sick. I'm gonna like the stream. Me being sick. Read your previous comment. Don't pretend on your brain. I am actually quite sick, to be fair. I can feel my voice disappearing. I don't actually mind 20. It's a juicy 30 points, so I wouldn't mind that. Right, chat, I'm gonna leave that on there. Give me 1 sec. I need the bathroom. If I get filled, you can manage it for me. Sounds like you need one of those hangover cures. Right. Thanks for that, Jacob. Just went to be sick. It's all right. Joking. Chat, what's your type of girls or boys? My wife. I read it like that in my head. I just thought I absolutely need to do that. Better out than in. Oh, days. Funny. Love a good Borat impression. Do you guys know Borat? I'm guessing most of you know Borat, chat. He's an English fellow, isn't he? My favorite quote from Borat is, chat, you ready for this?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh la la. Oh, whoa. King in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, king in the castle.
I like to think this stream's very educational. Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. My type is being a hermit. Oh, Jacob, sorry to hear that, man. Gosh, this is going to be a DMC chat, isn't it? Does DMC stand for like deep, meaningful conversation? Yeah. I just learned so much about trading from that clip. Yeah, good. That's what I aim for in these streams, just to educate and sort of motivate people to keep pushing. Still good. My last 2 weeks of trading have been the best I've had all year. To be fair, when I got out of my last relationship, my trading went through the roof, like almost immediately. Like within weeks, I was requesting like I think I requested $5,000 like a week after. DMT. If it's some I forgot about that. Yeah, it must have been the right choice. Oh dear, that's funny. I don't know how we got onto this. It's crazy. Then there's Matt, married with kids. Kidding. Love that for you. Jamie, what is your favourite place in the UK to eat? It was actually a place I used to work as a chef for a while. It's in London. It's in Fulham. It was called Brookhouse Fulham. Rosette restaurant. I used to work there as a chef de partie. Chef de partie, whoop whoop. Yeah, really nice food. Everything made from fresh. I remember we just brought in like whole pigs. It was great. Actually, he should pay me for this kind of endorsement. God damn, Jamie, you're a chef. I was a chef, yeah. I was a chef for about 2 to 3 years. That's what I was doing on the yachts. I was a yacht chef for a while. What's the best way to trade 50k evals, micros, and minis? Depends on your style. Any girl here? Type 1 if you're a girl. Oh god, you guys are going to jump to conclusions now, aren't you? I made a mistake. I made a mistake. How do I delete that? I knew you was a weirdo. 1.5 Botom. Halfway through, yeah? Oh, GG's Dio. $51 to pass my eval. Let's go, man. Let's go. He's the Nasdaq chef, whipping up trays left and right. Yeah, should I change my next thumbnail to the Nasdaq chef? $1.5. You. You'll be behind the wheel of a Porsche soon, don't you worry. Yeah. Worthy trade, I think. That's crazy. 0 girls on stream. Jamie, do something. Yeah. What should I do? So there's 2 ways I can go about this. I could either start doing like makeup tutorials on stream, which is obviously just something that I'm sure would probably attract more of you lot than girls, to be honest. Or I could just do it with raw sex appeal. Start playing the guitar, yeah. Wear some sunnies. Paint my face like Kiss, you know. Who's your favourite female streamer? Well, there's Rhea on this channel. Cam Bam. Depends on your attentions. Yeah, Boton's got some crazy ideas. He's just confused, okay? Is anyone going to have Rhea on the stream? It's going to be hard, to be honest. We haven't even had any like meetings or anything because she's in a completely different time zone. Like it's polar opposites to me, I think. I actually think it is polar opposites to me. What's her time now? South Korea time now. No, it's not. So it's Right there in Korea right now it's 8 o'clock at night. Jamie, do something as if you could pull women. Yeah, what do you think I'm doing this, mate? My only hope is money. Daniel Linskeep get his shirt off on stream. You'll bring girls. I'd love to see that human mind. Hey Jamie, how long do you serve a medium rare steak? It's not one answer. It depends on the thickness, depends on the cut, depends on the fat content, depends on the temperature of the pan. You know, are you reverse searing it? Have you sous vide it first? Have you smoked it, you know? Is it barbecue? Is it stainless steel pan? Is it cast iron? Right. Chat, you can't see this, but I'm going to show this, and I want you to react accordingly, okay? This message that Cam Bama's just sent. 69 in his name also doesn't help. Use the meat of your thumb to determine the rarity. Yeah, you can do. It's sort of like that's well done, medium, medium rare, rare. But just use a thermometer. Honestly, it's not even impressive doing it with your thumb because you don't get it right every time. Just use a thermometer. Also, you got to baste it afterwards. I'm having KFC then. That actually works, the hand thing. It can do, yeah. You can get a pretty good idea. But the problem is, it's when you do it. Because when cooking a medium rare steak, you have to take it out of the pan when it is rare. Okay, so when it's like sort of soft like that, relaxed. And then, you should have already basted it as well. So you sear it till it's rare, give it a quick baste, take it out, pour the butter over the top, and then the steak will continue cooking to medium rare. Because it continues cooking from the residual heat on the outside of the steak inwards. Hand thing is how you determine how cooked the steak is. So it's rare, medium rare, medium, well done. So the more you bring it in, more you bring your thumb in, the tenser that bit gets. Just got a set of Le Creuset Triply. So excited to use them. I love Le Creuset stuff, to be fair. They make some really good stuff. Really good stuff. This stream so far has been 0% trading talk, I think. It's a Friday. I'm chillaxing. I'd like to make some money, but one of those. Not really. No, you just bring your thumb in. You can feel it. To be honest, it's not an exact science either. Home ownership makes you interested in some boring ass shit. Yeah, I know. To be fair, Austin is quite a good cook. You should talk to him about it. He's a good lad. What is the best cut for steak? Now that entirely, I advocate that comes down to preference, 100%. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm not a huge fan of sirloin, because it's so tricky to get right because you have to render down that fat, and then it's also relying on the fact that that fat is rendered down appropriately. Otherwise, you're just left with this huge rind. I think the best cut of steak out there is actually the sharing size. It is, the Americans call it a tomahawk, the English call it the French call it the cote de boeuf. That's the best one. I'll show you. Cote de boeuf. And there's actually, I'll show you another one after this, which is not a very common steak that you'll find in a restaurant, but it is lovely. This is a cote de boeuf. It's the one with the big bone in it. See? That is lovely. Have that with a chimichurri sauce. Excellent, excellent, excellent cut. But that's a sharing size, really. But the best one, the best sort of underrated one, and it's quite cheap for home cooking, is called an onglet. ONGLET. And it's from the inside. It's inside the ribcage. And it's like, it has the same kind of texture as a fillet. Grill, really nice. The best for that is kind of rare, teetering on medium rare. You don't want to overcook this because it is just so lovely. I'm gonna have a steak after this, I think. No, I've got the fish and chips van tonight. Okay, better question. Favorite steak sauce? I like a classic. So peppercorn sauce is great if you want something easy and simple and it's sort of comfort food. But I would argue peppercorn sauce is not the best. Chimichurri on top, lovely. Chimichurri is excellent. Or just a very simple Café de Paris butter. Café de Paris butter is French. You take butter, anchovies, a bit of chilies, some fresh herbs. Chuck all that in there. It also works really well with scallops. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, what is the best cut for me to cook? Okay, I'd go simple fillet. Salsa verde, yeah, that's also really nice. Yep. Still no trade yet. I don't like the market, man. Not right now. I'll take something, don't worry. As a trader, once again, most of the time you're sat on your ass doing nothing. Doing diddly squat. I got it at 29,606 flat. Yeah, GG's. Of a retest here. Really nice. Cam Bam. I'm starting to get some interesting ideas about the sort of person you are. My God. How do I connect Apex to Lucid to trade with Sierra? You have to select Rhythmic. Select Rhythmic. Log into Rhythmic RTrader Pro. And then on data down here, you just put in your Rhythmic details, which you'll find in your Apex account. And then select Apex on data as well. Maybe you should move the stream to the kitchen, shall I? I don't think I can do that. I don't think I've got cables long enough. Jamie, do we go up, down, or sideways? I think today's market is going to be moving to the left. Back in time. What prop account, in your opinion, is the easiest to pass and receive payouts? See, that's an interesting question from Ginger because that doesn't have one answer. Because I think the easiest to pass and get payouts, or the best balance, is these ones. The Tradeify 50k selects going into a daily account. However, there's mental toll, so you've got to trade them slowly, despite the fact you can, in theory, claim a payout in one day. However, they're not the easiest devals to pass because of that 40% consistency. So, Lucid Flex, right answer? I'm inclined to agree, but then I'd just go Apex at that point. Apex 50k in a day. That's a good one. I heard it's Lucid Flex. The thing is, Lucid Flex isn't easiest to get a payout on. It's got the same sort of funding environment as the Apex end of days, to be fair. Let me see if I can go on Lucid's website without going on my... There we go. Let's go through this together, shall we, chat? Once again, code TBM gets you the best discount on all these, so do with that what you will. Lucid Pro, so they lost limit, yes or no? Consistency rule, none. So you can do same day pass, and then payout profit target. Consistency 40%. You're going to write that one off. This is the Lucid Flex. Let's select without daily loss limit. 50% consistency, so that's pretty easy to pass. It's very easy to pass, actually. End of day drawdown. Funded has no consistency. 5 days minimum profit of 150, but then you have to build your buffer above 2.1, I believe. So, very, very similar to Apex. They're all pretty close, to be honest. They're all pretty easy to get payouts on if you... Is it me or intraday is super hard? Intraday is a lot harder. You don't need a buffer. That changes it. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Lucid Flex. 50% of your profit. Okay, yeah, Lucid Flex, hands down. I didn't realize that. I thought you had the buffer still. Okay, yeah. Easiest to get a payout on, Lucid Flex. 30% off, code TBM, top left side of the screen. Did I give one away today, chat? How many have I got left? Yeah, why not? I'll give one of those away today. What is your favourite pastry dish? Depends what you mean by pastry. Like, I'd argue beef Wellington's overdone. I actually like salmon Wellington. Salmon Wellington is really nice. But better to build a buffer. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the same as what Top Steps used to be like, where as soon as you request that payout, your maximum loss limit moves to 0. So if you have $1,000 in there and you request 500, then you only have $500 left of your drawdown. That's what I think. Salmon on Crew. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely sensational. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's one hell of a dish. I mean, look at that one. That's really nice. Oh. I don't like fish taste, so how can I cook to have better taste? Right, so you don't like the sort of quite pungent taste. So you want to go for you want to cook it a little bit more. You want to baste it in lots of seasoning and flavors, and you can have it on a sauce. Salmon depends. Like the more you cook fish, the less of the fishiness it has, typically, depending on the type. Honestly, I think you'd really like scallops. If you haven't had a scallop before, they are lovely. Seared scallops, not raw scallops. Have them with a Cafe de Paris butter. They don't have a very fishy taste, but they have a beautiful texture, beautiful flavour. I just ate and got hungry again. Fresh fish doesn't have a fishy taste. I'm inclined to disagree with that, depending on the fish, actually. Like a white fish? Yeah, I'm afraid that does. Like something like a John Dory, that's a delicacy here. It's actually considered throwaway in Portugal, interestingly enough. But John Dory, that's really, really fishy. Tuna steaks aren't super fishy. They're not. I read those two back to back. Tuna steaks aren't super fishy on Fundeds. Can we get a cooking with Chef Nasdaq stream while you trade while you cook? That's a really good idea. I'd have to move my entire desk setup downstairs, but I could. Or just get a laptop. Scallops are disgusting. Oh man, you haven't had them right. You have not had them right. Scallops and Cafe de Paris butter. I will fight you on this. Today's menu cook, Jamie. Right, okay. How about we trade for you whilst you cook for us? Shall I? What shall I make you? One dish that I really, really like to make is Parisian gnocchi. And I make it alla matriana style. So Parisian gnocchi is like gnocchi, but you make it, it's completely different. So you start with a choux pastry, then you add in Parmesan or pecorino, actually. Pecorino and eggs. And then you add in a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little bit of chives. And then you blanch them, which is where you boil them very quickly. And then you cool them down quickly by putting them in the fridge. Coat them in olive oil, and then you fry them. And then you get this sort of really nice cheesy flavour. And you have them alla matriana style, which is really nice. They're called datterini tomatoes. Basically just a very rich cherry tomato. You cook them down. Then you add in paprika. And then you cook off some guanciale. You can have it with some goat's cheese and stuff like that as well. Crispy basil leaves and top it with basil oil. It's vegetarian as well. Even though minus the guanciale, it's vegetarian. Scallops with twice cooked pork belly. Yeah. But what I've had, yeah, no, you had to have them right. They have to be Sid. Did you win the challenge, Jamie? What's the shot choice? So we've been making a list actually. Yes, we did win it. Londoners win it. Woohoo! Tune in for payouts. So far, one of my favorites is the mac and cheese shot, which is vodka, milk, and mac and cheese powder. That sounds revolting. Jaeger and a drop of mayo. That's anchovies and gin. I put absinthe, beans and vodka. That's got some good ones in there. Counting it twice, indeed. Did that trade bang? Oh, from 606. Yeah, nice. Any open trade? Nothing open. You'll see it on my chart. You'll see it like down there, you know? That's what an open trade looks like. Okay, I told her, imagine a girl's coming to my house and I told her I will cook for her, but I have to impress, easy to impress and do it naturally. You have to just prepare for it, you know? Like, can't go wrong with, literally, like the movie, a ratatouille. A ratatouille is really nice. Really, really nice. Oh, God, Nikki. That is horrific. Apple sours with custard and apple crumble. Ugh. Okay, so I'd go, you have to impress. Pan-seared salmon with a pesto risotto. No, not pesto risotto. Pesto, like, it's like a risotto, but with a pesto. Orzo risotto. It's like the little pasta things. It's not rice, it's orzo. You cook that in veg stock. So you saute some leeks and some shallots. Then you go in with, once they're nicely cooked down, then you go in with orzo. Just crack that for a second in the pan. Add in veg stock until you reach the right consistency. Finish it off with pesto, quite a bit of pesto. And then seared salmon fillet to go on top. And then you can garnish it with some other nice things like some other things. Yeah, gnocchi with a mushroom and cashew sauce. That's nice as well. Vodka blended with pig's blood, though. That is horrific. I'm not sure I can get them to do that. That's pushing the boat out a little too far for my liking. Or for their liking. Break above 55 here, back into 50. That's interesting to me. Someone clip this for me and send me. Did someone... I swear someone made this before. I think I got it from like Instagram a while ago. You can have it sort of how you like. Let me see if I can find a good one. Like that's it very simply. Like that there. So pan-seared salmon, that's the orzo there, just with some basil. And you can add some other stuff to it on top to make it a bit of a garnish. You can play around with it. You can see it's got some lemon zest on top of the skin there. Really nice. Really, really yummy. You'll be in London mid-ish March. You're cooking. Oh, get in. Yeah, 100%. Hi, Jamie. Have you watched Top Chef? Quite good. I haven't watched Top Chef. No, actually. Human mind. Have you got a girl coming around? Looking at an account to buy. If I get a Lucid with DLL of 1200, if it hits, is the account breached or just locked to the next day? It's locked to the next day. It's daily loss limit, not maximum loss limit. You'll keep the account. Really tight risk looking at overnight highs. Just putting in a new high here, really. Of course I have. What kind of question is this? I don't believe you. Not even in the slightest bit do I believe you. Excellent. New candle prints. Tests my prior open. Doesn't break the prior low. Bids up into new highs. Matt, where are you at in London? You asking dinner, Matt? I don't know. The tap from 240 that did 450 points yesterday, I'm sure. 240, was that the entry that I took? Oh no, I took 328 long. That's my trade. I liked that. Oh, you're both in Australia. Wait, you got Aussies in here. I might go to Australia soon. The thing is, I'd have to get like 2 weeks off of this. So you guys would miss me for 2 weeks. Unless I bring it with me, actually, to be fair. I'll ask Matt if that's possible. I'd have to have like fantastic internet everywhere I go, but I could make a portable streaming trading setup. That'd be cool. Representing Texas in here alone. Texas Ryan will be in shortly. Then you'll have a buddy. Oh no, Texas Ryan's on holiday. Need Ryan, Skid, and Matt to show up. They did yesterday, all three of them. Whilst Ryan was on the stream. They usually do every day, to be fair. I know Matt's a bit busy at the moment, but that's all good. He might be on his bike watching as we speak. Hello, Matt. Well, you can't beat Latinas, so keep in mind. I think you, my friend, need to put yourself out there a bit more. If someone asks why you are not taking a trade yet, just do what Matt does and set a market order that you know isn't going to get filled. That's what I said I'd do. Ginger, that was my idea. Don't tell the newbies. I have no interest in this trade. I'm from GA, but heading to Scotland. Yeah, oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, credit where it's due. I'm from GA, but heading to Scotland at the moment. GA? Where's GA? This is where it turns out. Oh, Glasgow is that? Hang on. Oh, Georgia? At least put it on VWAP, should I? Yeah. To be fair, I'm keen on a short of 60 if we close this candle down here. Payout champion. Whoop whoop! I try my best, you know. Georgia. Oh, Georgia, USA. I see. I thought you meant the country. Georgia's wine town. Bang! Support has arrived. Let's go. Did you win? I did, yeah. We're going to do it again because it wasn't very fair. Because it wasn't a level playing field. I had an account that was pretty damn close, so... And I did request a minimum. We should make it so that you have to request like a max payout. Like a minimum of $1,000 payout. Decent one. Yeah, morning, Ryan. I just told them you were on holiday, so you wouldn't be here. What are you doing? Hey, Unk. Oh, you're from Georgia. That explains it. Where are you going, Ryan? Oh, you're going to Vegas, aren't you? I forgot about that. Yeah, Vegas. Ryan, you should join the stream. The stream is turned into a cooking show. Yeah, it has. We need to get Austin in here. I'm sure he'll have some opinions. I'm interested in a short up here. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to keep the newbies here. Vegas is dangerous. What are we cooking up? So we're doing like date night dishes so far. So we gave Human Mind. I said like a salmon and pesto orzo risotto. I think that's quite nice. Yeah, Austin is very food centric. Yeah, he is. I need to send him a picture of my fish and chip van that comes down my road. Everyone's gonna get so jealous at that. Is it me or is retail getting huge again? Good. That's what we like to see. Marry Me Chicken. I've seen that. I'm pretty sure it's okay. It's just a chicken dish. You always forget I was a former chef in a former life. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll be there with my lady, so I won't be able to get too wild. I'm not buying that for a single second. Not 1 second. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to drop the stream a like. Make some money today. A retracement around here makes sense with so much news coming out at 7:30, sorry, Central Time. I'd like to see us sort of reject down into here, bid up back into 60, 55 in the zone. We're not printing any volume up here. That could mean a relentless bid up. That could mean a rejection. We'll see what we get. But a break below, I'd say this prior candle's wick back up into this candle's open or close. I did figure out why I couldn't get my nice expensive microphone to work yesterday. It's plugged into my other computer. Brilliant, Dex. That's really good. Yeehaw! The craft sale. I should go to Vegas. I've never actually been into like I went into a casino in Monaco. I really want to have like a proper game of poker, like an IRL game of poker. I know Human Mind quite likes it. For your country, Georgia, yeah. Hoo-ha! Not catching a rejection. Not catching no sellers. You can do those in card rooms here. Oh, yeah. To be fair, when I fly out to Austin, Matt's got that poker table set up. I think it's about time we make good use of it. And then you're going to come down for a beer, aren't you, Teg? So you can join in on the little. We qualify now as streamers. Great. Royal flush, anyone? Can't wait for that, to be fair. You'll come down for the shenanigans. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You recently went to Estoril Casino in Portugal, biggest in Europe. The British spies used it during World War II. Ooh, that's a good story. Name's Bond. James Bond. What spawned James Bond? See, I've heard a few stories about this. I watched it ages ago, and then I rewatched it again like the other night. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Very, very good movie if you haven't seen it before. And that was a mission to disrupt the U-boats during World War II. And one of the people who was in charge of it, or was sort of like monitoring it from Britain, was Ian Fleming, the author of James Bond. And apparently, March Phillips was the inspiration for James Bond. That's the story I heard. Maybe that was the inspiration for Casino Royale. I went to a casino, put 500 on black, lost and left. Fastest 3 minutes of my life. I mean, no, Tom. At least that was the fastest 3 minutes of your life, you know what I mean? It could be worse. I heard it was Christopher Lee. Are we thinking of the same person? Yeah, we are. The guy from Lord of the Rings. Why would he have been inspiration for it? German and British spies, yeah. What, he wasn't born when it was written? Was he? (1952). So actually Google it. Who was the inspiration? Yeah, there you go. Who was the inspiration for James Bond? Was not based on a real person, created a number of agents, Commodores who met during World War II and idealised the version himself. See, now Google is just not on anyone's side here. Let's force it for an answer. Was March Phillips was Gus Marsh Phillips inspiration for James Bond? Yes! Mm! I did hear about that, Jacob. Yeah, he was an intelligence officer. You can see it in the movie, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. He was one of the officers in charge of that mission. Yeah, I heard about that, Jacob, as well. That's quite cool. Christopher Lee was attached to the SAS as intelligence in World War II. I didn't know he was during World War II. He died in... Oh, he was born in 1922, actually, to be fair. He was 93 when he died. That's mental. There he is. What a... I like PC. What a legend. What a legend. Love that film. Straight competency porn. It was just blokes getting things done, wasn't it? It was brilliant. It was quite comedic as well. I don't think I finished it actually. I need to finish it off because I've watched it already before and then I got like sort of 3/4 of the way through and I didn't finish it. Why did I not finish it? Right, okay, that's what I'm doing tonight after the stream. Christopher Lee and Ian Fleming were step cousins and real life friends, but he was not inspo, even though he was a badass. They were step cousins. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Man, this market is just... I see a trade, it just sits at my entry for the next sort of 45 minutes. Yesterday's like... To be fair. A retracement into 620 would be interesting. That'd be interesting. Maybe I pull it down just a notch. Like a tick. Nice bounce off the lows. Yeah, I know. Its age is high. It didn't hold as high I wanted it to. 41 minutes till news. Yeah, I know. I don't think I'm going to get the fill in this trade. I do think it's going to work out as well. You guys hear that? My neighbours do some weird things sometimes. That kind of big news, so market getting ready for it, man. Yeah, no, exactly. Target 550. 550? Hell no. 550? You're joking. That's too much. My neighbours are actual nightmares, are they? I don't even know what they're doing. It sounds like a wood chipper, but they're putting like metal through it. That's weird. Lee actually never saw action. He was a liaisons officer and not a combatant in reality. What? Nah, don't tell me that. Someone fact check him. I don't think that's true. Operation Mincemeat. Yeah, that. Have you seen the movie about that? It's a BBC thing. That was brilliant. I like all these movies that they made about Winston Churchill's sort of declassified files. That's really cool. I really like that. It's true. You can't fact check yourself, Sean. Someone fact check him. Your neighbours are great. They hand deliver you dinner. Mine's the devout Christians and they don't do that. What happened to love thy neighbour? I have to complain to them now. Knock on the door. Sorry, where's my dinner? Eric, you back to strip the prop firm giveaway out of my hands again. Yeah, morning, Eric. Should we do it again? I'm giving away another one today. Lucid Flex this time. Luke, that's exactly what I was thinking. He told Peter Jackson that people don't make that noise when they're stabbed because he had it from first-hand experience. Stop, News Legend. Bro, can we just not? Fred, can you do us a favour? Break her that lows, I'll move it down to 60. Lots of good food in pool time. Hell yeah. Right, that's it. Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Marathon this weekend. Agreed. Sounds like a good weekend, actually. Sounds like a really good weekend. Let's see how low we can get with this. I'll probably target this prior work. That's nice. Brilliant. Sounds great. Yep. I figured out why I had so many stop outs. I was bad at converting ticks to points. I know you meant ticks, but was doing 20 ticks, point stop loss on M and Q. Thought I was better at math. Jamie, you have to knock on one of those recommended movies off the list we're given. What's it going to be? Let me consult my notebook. Black Hawk Down. That was on the list. How old is that one? That's about Vietnam, isn't it? That's not that old. It's Somalia. It needs to be more classic-y, I think, for the first one. Coming to America. Is this going to make me really patriotic for next week? Oh yeah, I was Coming to America. That looks good. I have to buy it though, I think. Oh, blimey, it's on nothing. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy it. It's fine. I'll afford £3.50 for that. I'll struggle through. The Covenant by Guy Ritchie. I've seen that. That's really good. That's the one about they were in, was it Afghanistan? And his interpreter carried him across the desert, and then they went on a mission to save him or something. Apocalypse Now. Jacob, I don't even know what Apocalypse was. Oh, I'll watch that. That was probably really bad. I'm sorry. What do you think? Who was 20th? The most powerful politician? Sorry? Older movies didn't care about being cancelled. Yeah, exactly. This price action is putting me to sleep. How's the session? No trades this morning. No. It's just been nothing. It's just been a snooze fest. These 5-minute candles are barely 10 points. Wick to top to bottom, you know? Looking for the same short, Jamie. Yeah, nice one, man. We'll get it. Actually, I think I'm telling a lie. I don't think we will get it. I'm sorry. This 5-minute candle closed very heavy. Just put it to that wick. ATR 16. Man, that's brutal. We might be here for a while, chat. I might flip the trade, to be honest. If I'm not going to get the entry to the short side, I might flip it and take the long side instead. I do think a bid somewhere around here, somewhere around 620 is an interesting sort of zone. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Into new highs, to be fair. Does that mean 2 minis? Just need to wait. Yeah. Apocalypse Now was based on a book, The Heart of Darkness, and it was brilliant. By the way, good morning. Good morning. Agree, 624-ish. Yeah, that's the prior wick. I'm targeting... I want to get in at the Asia's highs. Chat, are you liking the stream? You better be. Hope you enjoyed that. Older movies that are comedies. My Blue Heaven. What was that one? Airplane. Where with that guy who just is so... Is satirical the right word? Pro streamer mute. Yeah, I know. Bless you. Thank you. Was Matt still down 1k in his 5 Tradeify funded, or did he bring it back? I don't think he'd touched that the rest of the day. In fact, their Tradeify, I think they have a daily loss limit, so... Leslie Nielsen. Yes! That was him. 201 watching and 91 likes. That's an excellent point, Matt. Chat, are you not liking the stream? You better be. That was also great. One airplane and airplane 2. There was an airplane 2? I didn't know that. Satire gold. What was that one? There was that joke he made where they took them like 10 attempts to get it because it was so funny. It was like, it was the boxing one. It was, do you think you can take him? I could take him blindfolded. What if he's not blindfolded? Love that. I love Blazing Saddles. Haven't heard of that one. What's Blazing Saddles? That looks good. I'll add that to the list. Yeah. Comedy Western. Okay. It's a shame American comedy went downhill after that. What can you do? We've got salmonella jalapenos now. Sorry. What do you think about NFP? Non-farm payroll? I think it's a bit of news, and it's going to be quite all over the place, and it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, I got filled long at 18 and a quarter. I don't like the way we got there, to be honest with you. I don't like that straight knife. I like the semi-reaction we've got going on right here, but to be honest with you, I ain't keen on this trade that much anymore. I definitely ain't keen on that. I think Fred might be doing us dirty, chat. We'll see what we can get. I'll be very on it with the break even because this does not look like a winner, I'll be honest with you. Okay. Actually, I'm going to chill. Got some buyers on the tape. I'm going to tighten this to there, though. I want to knock off 50 bucks of risk. That's not bad. If we're just going to get sellers straight back to it, I'm just going to flatten this. It's just not... That's not the kind of reaction I want to be seeing at all. It just broke through it with volume and then kicked back up and retested it. That's just gross. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. Took my trade off there. Yeah, me too. I mean, if it does miraculously bid up from here back above it, then retests, sure, I'll retake it. Fantastic. Then the right move would have been to not take it off. However, that's just not what I want to see happen at all from a trade that's not the reaction I wanted to see at all. This is why you stay hands off on Fridays. Okay. Okay, it's doing exactly what I said, to be fair. Retest. Retest 20, actually. Chat, I might have cocked up. Especially in a few days, yeah, exactly. Oh, my days, chat, I messed up. Ha ha ha! At least it wasn't a big mess up. I actually didn't take too much heat, to be honest. Oh my days. You serious? To be fair, the short side does look tempting. Should I hold it through NFP? That's sad. Yeah, I know. I don't think we'll see new highs. There's no way one 5-minute candle's going to print new highs, so at least I'll get an opportunity for a break even on this. It's like a wick test right here. Chop below my entry. That's always fun. In at 607, out at 648. 607. That's crazy. GG's. Might get filled short here. We'll see. I don't think we'll see new highs in one 5-minute candle from the lows. No way. After we almost ran the lows. You know what I mean? It's not like we had any news yet. It's not news all gone. There it is. Oh, there was German exports, I guess. That's something. Back in long. You're right. Bathe me, why don't you? There's just not enough buyers on this move up. One 5-minute. I mean, that would surprise me, to be fair. It might not work. That just put me down, what, 450 in the day? I've risked more than that in one trade before. Jamie, the chart on the right is tick-based, correct? Do they have the equivalent on Ninja? They do. It's called the 22 range chart. Every candle is the exact same size. It's 5.5 points or 22 ticks. 30,319 today, boys. Okay. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see that at the New York Open. What's that based on? Stopped out there, chat. Bit of slippage as well. That's really, that's shocking to me. 319. Oh my days, not doing that, are we? Okay. That was a nice ass trade. To be fair, that's one of the first times that I've just flattened it like that, and it has actually just burned me. Check his PC for hacks. That's brutal. That is a brutal result to get from that. Gonna take a shower and start the day. GG's. Yes, it teased you. It did tease me. I was so surprised to see that 5-minute candle run the highs. I didn't expect to see new lows, to be honest with you. Trading at its best, yeah. This is the sort of thing you get sometimes. Fridays especially, they're my kryptonite, man. Absolute kryptonite. Oh, I didn't realise you flipped short. I flipped short at the highs here because I wanted a quick reaction to the downside off of this wick. Yeah. because I didn't expect one 5-minute candle to engulf the entire move downwards that took 15 minutes. Don't push it then. Yeah, I'm not pushing it. Don't worry, Titus. I know how to manage a trade account. I saw the short, but not this retrace. Let's test ball. Yeah, I know. You might be a chef, Jamie, but you're the one getting cooked by Fred. I know! The guy hates me sometimes. He hates me on Fridays. I think he's just keen to get the weekend over and done with. We'll get the weekend started. Chat, if you're not already, make sure to be liking the stream. Foolish. I don't. You don't what? 3 trades left on London, Jamie. Yeah, I doubt I'll use them, to be honest. I'm keen on what's going to happen. And how big was that? One 5-minute candle. That is 70 points. Freddy's trying to get his money back on Fridays. Yeah, I know. And there's NFP coming out, so. I need 680 for my payouts. In from 512. Edging. Pause. You are in from 512. Ah, no, NFP's not going to tease you out, man. I really would be surprised if it did. You London highs up here. Not many sellers on this move down either. Not many buyers on that. Not many sellers on this. More sellers on that than anything else. That's crazy. Oh, you don't know how to manage a trader account. You'll learn, man. Only time can fix that. Only 25 points and I'm done for the day unless I trade private funds. Yeah. One more push, I think, then flush closer to news. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. I don't want to bid this down here, where we are now. I don't want to bid this at all, really. Perfectly honest with you. We are rejecting that wick at the moment at 45. One more push. I agree. Right, chat, I'm going to do something that you should absolutely be doing as a trader. I'm going to get a glass of water and shake it off for a second. I'll be back in just un momento. Don't go anywhere. Longs are interesting around here, but I'm going to hold off. I took 2 trades back to back, not flipping it to a third. Give me a sec. GG's, Jacob. We'll talk about that in a sec. Chat, drop a GG for Jacob. Even if you're not frequently a talker. That is mental. Jeez, man, spam it. What a job. Offer came through just now. Lovely. That's really good, man. Are we allowed to put stop orders during NFP news? Depends on the prop firm, Adele. I mean, you can if you want. Don't do it. It's not a way to trade, man. It's not a way to trade. But yeah. Yeah, tell us about it, Jacob. Wow. Nos, yeah. I don't actually agree with him on a lot of things. He's a bit of a talker. He loves to chat. He just seems like a guy who's been burned so many times. He just thinks the world's out to get you. Trading ain't like that. Senior SAP consultant. Oh, GG's 30k higher. That's really good, man. Morning, Skid today. How you doing? How's the water? The water is sensational. What's an SAP consultant? Basically what they do is they analyze trees for the pus that they consult trees for the pus that they secrete. SAP consultant. Sorry, I'll shut up. I'll let Jacob do it. Afternoon, are we full porting NFP today? No. I'll do it on a sim account, to be fair. That might be fun. Well, that went down like a lead balloon. Bit above that, retest to 50. Interesting. Don't mind this. Don't know where to target though. 680 is interesting. Morning, Skids. Morning. Morning, Suv. Liquidity wise, it's probably going to start thinning out halfway through this trade if I do get the fill on this. We haven't had a single successful close above IBH from yesterday. You're a Korean trader. Love that. Hey mate, interested how you read the range chart? I just use it to basically zoom in on a macro level and see how we react to different prices. Because the 5 minute and the 1 minute can tell you, you know, wicks and it can tell you certain things, but the 22 range, it can tell you exactly how it reacted. You know, like at the lows here, it looks like it just put in wicks, but it's a double test of the 1 standard deviation. I don't think I'm getting the feel on this chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm keen on 67. I'm keen on 6-7. I feel awful, I'm so sorry. 29,663 sell. Okay, well, yep, you're currently in profit. Why 22? No reason really. It's not a magical number. It's just something I'm used to now. Not everything has an exact reason, to be honest. It's just something that I got used to and I like. So I got it from Matt originally. And it's also very similar to the 100 tick, which I was using a lot beforehand. What is better, Rhythmic or CQG? I don't know. I find Rhythmic pretty reliable. I've never really used CQG, but Rhythmic's pretty good. I like Rhythmic. It looks like whoever's short at 663, you're good. It's just another data provider 7. Can't remember what it stands for. I still can't find what it stands for. It's just a data provider, and they've got their own charting as well. Hey Jamie, I've been watching the stream the last couple of weeks, learning how to read the charts and play stop loss and TP, and have made 2k profit this week. I keep up the good trading content, brother. Oh no, that's an exclamation mark. Sorry. Keep up the good. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. Lovely to have you around. What's your win rate in percentage? I don't know. It's not a very important statistic. I had to guess, probably not the highest, maybe 50%, maybe more. It depends. It fluctuates, but it doesn't matter. My trades are always very, very different. I said 29663 sell, bro. I'm sorry. To be fair, I did promise you a trade, didn't I, chat? Chat, what do you think? Do you want me to take that trade? I promised you one trade today, so if that's the trade you want, I'll take it. I might just have to mark it in, to be honest. Hell no. Okay. I promised you a trade, so... No. Agreed. Agreed, chat. Let them do this pump and dump. Pump and dump. Yeah, everyone. Bit of unsolicited advice. Suggestion, but can you put names under the camera of the streamer? I feel like most people don't read the title. No, you could just ask. I find it quite entertaining when people get it wrong. We asked Matt as well, and he said he wasn't keen. And to be fair, I kind of agree. I'm glad you all agree. I promised you a trade. You can pick one. Oh yeah, and it's on the pin message as well. Rejecting 67 here though, that's interesting. Hello, good morning Panya, how you doing? Yeah, true, stupid question. I do find it very funny when people are like, "Hey Matt, how are you doing?" I would have taken the trade you did, but hell, to be honest. I hated the reaction. There were no buyers stepping up. It dove to near my stop loss. It came within like ticks of my updated stop loss. It just wasn't. It wasn't ticking any of my boxes in my head, and I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And I thought I can de-risk this. I could just take it off now. Morning, champion of the Rider Club. Morning, Joz. How you doing? To be fair, 67 is holding. It's too close to NFP though. Far too close. Joz is the people's champion. That's true. Tick, 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 boom. That wasn't a bad movie, actually, Tick, Tick, Boom. I really enjoyed that one. Morning, Jan. How you doing? Morning, Schizo. Love to see the people rolling in. Chat, if you haven't already, make sure you keep on liking the stream. We've got plenty of stuff. I want to give away an account soon, actually. Should I give away an account? This is a bit boring here. Lucid Flex. I'll do it in YouTube. I think this is a good word to use. In honor of NQ Matt sending us a fire meme. I can't remember, what country is he from again, chat? I think it might be New Zealand or something like that, or maybe it's, can't remember, what was it? What was the country NQ Matt's from? That was it, yeah. Chat, type Australia in the chat. You'll be entered into a giveaway for a Lucid Flex 50k account. Reminder, if you have not liked the stream, you will be withdrawn from the giveaway. I'm actually gonna short this if I can. Yeah, type Australia in the chat. Thanks, Joz. Great. And don't forget to be liking the stream as well. We're not doing too well on the likes today, chat. So if I see less likes and entries, ooh, you're in for one. You're in for one. 132. Ah, nice one. You're actually putting in some effort now. That's good to see. You forgot to like. Oh, man. Yeah, chat, type Australia in the chat to enter into a Lucid Flex 50k account giveaway. Let's go. I'd be a great auctioneer. Can you remove that, please? Only 61 people want it today. That's a shame. Chat, there's 213 people in here. Just get out your keyboard in the chat on the YouTube live stream and type the word Australia. Shrimp on the Barbie, exactly. Damn, guys, you don't want it, do you? You really don't want a giveaway. Along with a like on the stream, yeah, exactly. Australia. The land of the kangaroos. Dingo ate my baby. Jamie, let those of us who can actually be here in the giveaway, not the randos. I don't actually care. That's very true. I'll give everyone who was at the bathroom or something like that. I'll end it at 22:30. So you got another 15 seconds here. Chat. Australia, come on. Yobba digger bloke. That's not a knife. I'd love to know how many of you have actually tried to enter and spelt it wrong. Have I spelt it wrong? I definitely haven't, have I? No, I spelt it right. I was a bit worried there for a second. Seeing it in the chat over and over again made me think I'm going a bit delulu. Right, that's it, chat. Australia. The closing entries. Let's see how you guys are going to do. So, how many of you are bots, and how many of you are real, and how many of you haven't liked? If you've forgotten to like, hit the like button now. There's still time. Oh, chat, GG's. Only 11 of you. Really nice to see you putting in work here. Oh, Christo, Cape Town. A South African has just lost. I'm so sorry, man. I have to redraw it. And Gixer K6, you have got 1 minute and 45 seconds to go into the chat, follow the link, take the code and put it back into the chat. I went and buying a lottery ticket. Come on, Gixer. What I liked. It also doesn't allow you to enter if you only enter for giveaways. Rigged. Yeah, this is my alt account. I'm just giving these all to myself. Come on, Gixer. Is it going to be a redraw? Is it going to be a victory? Got to be active in chats, yeah. Gixer, be a doll and donate it to me. I'd go if you redraw that hits me, rip. Okay, GG's, Joz. See you later. Hey, he got it. Have a good stream. Cheers, man. Gixer, enjoy that. Get it to a payout. Let us know how it goes. Come back every day and tell us your progress. Do not blow it. Okay? GG's, man. Enjoy it. Can you do news trading and Tradeify? Probably. Don't know why you want to. Yeah, Gixer, come back and tell us how you're doing. I want to see you get a payout on it. There's no activation fee on those things, so you can make free money. Excuse me. Dying. News in 5, agreed. What account is this? These are my Tradeify 50k select evals. We're green on them. We're red on the day, 520. We're green on them overall. 667. What's the 6.7s today? The 67 short was on it, to be fair. To be fair, the 63 short was pretty good. Working and listening on the background. Where's who was it who made that really cool game yesterday? Was it Mitch? You still here, Mitch? Is it you? Eric, I hit my profit target, but I didn't see that you need 2 days. Now my profit target is 6k. Yeah, consistency rules, man. It was McZack. I thought it was McZack, yeah. How was yesterday's payout? Did you win the challenge? And if so, what's your drink going to be? Well, we've got a list. I did get the payout. Londoners did win. We came out triumphant. And we've got a nice big old list with the world's best handwriting of all. You see that? God, you probably can't see that, to be fair. My handwriting's going downhill the less I'm writing recently. Yeah. Sorry, what's up? Had the headphones off. Yeah, I was going to play that game. I can't remember what it's called, though. It's like NQ Duel, isn't it? Yeah, NQ Duel. I'm going to play it. I really enjoyed it yesterday. You said you added a break even, yeah? Next keyword, triumph. That should have been the first keyword, to be honest. That's like Australia. I think most of the words that I've used for giveaways have just been completely not trading related. Okay, so we're trending to the buy side. Okay, cracked a prior low there, and then we're taking out new highs, so that doesn't invalidate the trend. I want to get in at 40. I don't want to target new highs. Move stop to break even after price move 50%. I'm actually going to do more than that. 60%. And I'm gonna up this to why only 10 contracts, man? I want to do more than that. I'm gonna do it. Looks like a stop out there, chat. Okay. Thank you, Matt, full porting NFP. Been doing this for 40 years and haven't learned. How long we got? We've got a minute. Right, so right, we're in an uptrend. We're bidding. We're struggling here at 650. That's a good spot for a retrace. There's the retrace, and we're bidding up off of that now. Then we're rejecting to the down. We've broken that prior low. Just want to see 650 retested. Didn't get 650 retest. That's interesting. I'm gonna get short. 645, risking to the highs. I'm gonna go for new lows. I might not get the fill. NFP is out. There we go. Books are emptied. You can see this 1 minute candle's just gone absolutely berserk. We're not getting the fill this day, chat. I did it before. That was early. I'll come back to that in a second. Alright. Let's see what we got here. That's new highs. numbers leaked? They must have been. 'Cause that was early. That was definitely early. The moon. 150 points. Was that 150? This is the candles open. No, that was technically the candles open. 650. It was, yeah, 150 points, just under. Total price clear out was about, yeah, 170. We're still bidding up. As soon as these books start to fill up, I would be keen on catching an entry around here because we should see some movement to the downside. Just thought I had to act it out for you there, chat. It's a big old stretch just to get the 750 had a big order. I'm going to pay attention to the 1 minute here. As soon as this starts to fill up with some juicy contracts, I'll be looking for potential retracement of the entire move back into about 670. This is looking better. Sell side, I need to fill up more. What were the news numbers? Excellent question. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's pretty rough. Previous was 57k. Forecast was 80. Actual, negative 23k. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know that could be negative. Is it growth? Payroll growth. Oh, ouch. That's pretty tough, to be fair. It's because it means it's good interest rate chances, you know? Didn't break that low there. Not keen. Bad, but we go up, lol. Yeah. We should retrace the move, to be honest. Weaker job market, in theory, should be bearish for us for Fed lower chances of rate hike. So bullish for market. Yeah. 720 is interesting. Build short at 720. And break even that. Okay, stop there. Break even. I don't want to not move break even when we move like that, but at the same time, it is super risky. There's opportunities to be had around this sort of news messiness, but it's just a shame that I didn't catch any legs on that. I was really hoping for a very quick move to the downside, back into the 1.5 standard. Really, it was a good break even stop out, even though I got slipped there for about point and a half. It was a good move. I don't want to see us bid. I'm not going to take a trade to the long side. I don't want to see that. I don't think we see new highs from NFP. I just don't think that's doable. Wow, negative damn near across the board. Yes, sir. To be fair, the unemployment rate is down by 0.1%. I notice all of Canada's news is green. Every single one that came from Canada is green. It's crazy, man. What a world we live in. What a time to be alive. We're going to move to wherever they need to move. Exactly. Yeah. There's the big orders there set at 50. So that was a previous volume. Previous NFP has been revised from 57k to 29k, by the way. Ooh. What, this time? When did that happen? Didn't it? Jamie, I see you're shorting when it's green again. I like those news trades, man. I do like them. Not actually getting long at the news or getting short at the news. Like, I don't like trading at the news, but The amount of times we put in a monster green move or monster red move, and we just retrace it. Actually, to be fair, it's more common green move, retrace it. But the amount of times we see that is crazy. So I like the setup. Because I do think we come down and see 620 at some point. And I managed to get break even pretty quick, so. Just took the retrace. What, up here? Sure, I'm guessing. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Just now. Oh, really? Oh, forecast previous revised to 20k. Oh, so it has been. So it was released and instantly revised. No, it was revised from. No, I think it revised this one from negative 23 to positive 20. Short indeed. I do actually agree. I want to see a bit more confirmation. Maybe a breakdown here, retest 48, stops at these highs here, targeting 680. I like. Yeah, I see it now. It's just I think it's revising the actual. Might get back up to the top a little higher and come back. I wouldn't be interested if it did that anymore. To be honest with you, man. Wouldn't be keen. I'm not willing to risk when I'm already red 500. I'm not willing to do that to my account. Because there are plenty of opportunities to be had in the New York session, and so it's like, when you trade for this entire amount of time, it's like, is it really worth risking that much? Especially when there's so many more opportunities to come. You should be preparing the New York session, not which is why I flattened that trade. It was a stupid decision, granted, but I want 8 points. Looking at 780 for a quick sell. Dropping below it. Not too keen. September rate hike chance is gone. September rate hike drops 28%. Okay. We tick data highs, now break a structure, and we short. I don't like it. Excuse me. I don't like trading long through it. I don't like shorting after a break of the highs. News. I do think we retrace. It's just it's not clean anymore. The movement won't be clean. Too dodgy. God, I need a tissue. I forgot. That's all. Lucky. Sorry, chat. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, I just don't. I think you don't know where we're going to keep on bidding to now. That's the only problem. We have to zoom out a bit more, and even that's just a bit weird. We might see a delta divergence here, maybe, but after news, you'll see all sorts anyway. There are so many trades that I'm going to look for during the New York session anyway. So, like, I've got my 7 AM range. Even though technically it's just one candle. I got that. That's going to be nice to look for today. I've got my London highs, which are now completely invalidated, obviously. Yeah, see, short in the highs. We're now, what, 30 points beyond that? And we're still not stopping, looks like, to be honest with you. I don't see the short. The day is up from yesterday. All time frames are green and the market is upwards. It may retrace, but who wants to trade a retrace that just then sends us back up? Me! I do! Not anymore, to be fair. I was interested down here when a retrace of this news, like a quick, you know, to the downside. It has to make that noise as well. Fridays are my kryptonite anyway, so I... Interesting moves here. It's a good noise. I'm not getting faked into a short up here. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep them. Let's just put you up there. Okay, that is actually interesting. If we break that prior pullback low, that's very interesting. We haven't done it. I'm certainly not doing it now. Do you use funded accounts for your own capital? Funded accounts? I don't risk my own capital. Why would I do that? Long term, you should, absolutely. But like 5 to 10 years down the line, no point doing it early. Wipe check. Yeah, chat, that's just a good point. How many of you did actually full port NFP? I mean, I'm just keeping knocking this, sorry. I noticed a lot of you saying you were going to. How many of you actually did? How did it go for you? I think I'll probably guess, but... All time frames are up. Without something showing us a reverse, only pullback is just a minor gap of liquidity. I think it's very naive to just assume the market's going to keep doing what it has been doing for a while. I can see definitely a pullback off of 90 here. Breakdown here. I agree. Overall trend is up, but this is news, man. This invalidates trends. This is a new kind of thing. And we've now got such, effectively, a gap down to 690. 100 points worth of gap. You did below 25k evo. 50k Lucid viewers trade today, right? No, Panya, sorry. I was thinking about what you said there. No. I was talking to Matt about this, about the logistics of it, and he says he's going to try and code something for it. So we're going to hold off for now, and then once we've got that all up and running and a better way to do it, front pants, we'll do it again. Can I point out? Did I place that blue line there, or is this the same line that I put just in the middle of nowhere, and it happened to be the top? All right. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You guys do get to pick one trade for me, though, if you so wish. Or do you want me to just pass these? It's up to you. Let's go back to Zachary's game, because I don't like this market. Next puzzle. The gaps between these candles are comical. No, pass it. Pass them, man. Yeah. I'll do that. I can't pass them today, unfortunately, because of consistency rule. I'll do my best, though. There should be a nice move during the New York Open, I reckon. A flush of a level. Maybe a flush of the London high and short down to 680, something like that. That'd be good. That's a liquidity grab. Now we're bidding up here. That's a really tight trade there. Are these real markets, McZachary? Breaker structure incoming. Yeah, not keen, really. Thing is, I want to see. I'm going to sit this one out. Oh, I want to see! Market is nasty. I agree. I will be waiting for the New York session. I've got some good trade ideas going into New York. See it yourself, Jamie. I'm taking it. How's that going for you, Jacob? Ooh, nasty. Jamie, what is Fred doing today? Well, it seems to me that Fred woke up on the wrong side of the bed. See, I hate this. I'm actually getting tilted at your game, Zachary. Okay. Which markets are you picking for this? This is so slow. 100-point range in like 6 hours. That's crazy. Stop for 2 points in the ES, yeah. GG's though, good try. I do like the principle. Okay, since I didn't get filled, right, that should mean that I've got 6 contracts to use in this trade. Or does it still use them even if they don't get filled? I like this. I have 3, even though they didn't get filled. Okay, Zach. Never go full R. What time is it? 9:55 EST. So that's... So we're in the New York session. Overall direction I think is long. So I want to see us sort of push the highs there. Planned risk, planned reward. This is a negative risk to reward. Let's see 600. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at this kind of trading, to be fair. Break even? Gosh, damn it! It uses contracts. Yeah, that's surprising. That'd be an interesting concept for like a prop firm account. Instead of having a maximum loss limit, you have a maximum contracts you can use, and the more P&L you make, the better. Like you can use a maximum of 10 micros, like he's done there. They wouldn't make any money though. See, I'm shocked to see NFP blind bidding. Blind bidding. To the moon. That's literally that is like the opposite of what I expect from a news counter like that. A continuation. I don't know where it's going either. I can make it max loss of 5k and you can trade up to 2 minis each time. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh no, chat, we're gonna have a repeat of Tuesday, aren't we? That's frightening. I might call it a day after the stream. I don't know. I'll stick around and see how. See, I'm just gonna put under the site up there. That's probably gonna get ran as well. Got my 8 points. GG peeps. Have a great trading day. Enjoy. See you Monday. GG's Matt. GG's. See you Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Chat, any plans for the weekend? If we learn anything from Tuesday, it's buy and wait. I honestly, if it's a repeat of Tuesday, I'm sitting it out. I'm not touching it. It's going to... Excuse me. It's going to 30,100. That's where the draw and next target is. Bramble picking because I need to make a year's worth of bramble jam. Ooh. That sounds lovely. I'm a bit jealous of your weekend plans. Helping a buddy build his house. That's really cool. I love that. You'll send me some. Lovely. I'll get my MX-5 and I'll drive up. I'm going to do that soon, actually. I want it to be... I can technically afford it. Well, I can afford it now. It's just... I want it to be paid for entirely by Nasdaq, so I want to build like a separate savings account and just every payout I get, funnel money into it. And then I'll buy it on Nasdaq's dime. That'd That'd be cool. I like that. I really despise this. I really despise this. Brown was a blackberries, yeah. I thought brown was can also be there's another berry near me at least. I can't remember what it's called though. I don't think it's raspberries, but it's similar. Blackberry jam's lovely though. This blind bid higher is crazy. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this in the slightest. Not even remotely keen on this. See, it just flies through it with so much aggression. That's interesting though. The fact that we rejected it immediately. That's actually quite interesting. That's unexpected. Crack 40, retest 50? Question mark? 1 point away from hitting my max profit. Come on. I'd have flattened it by now if I were you. Break that low. That's so interesting to me. Is it just retesting 50? Has it actually touched 50? C told you we're not squeezing on break of high. That's what we had been doing. Okay, front run me, I think. Good luck. Thanks. I need 935 for my TP. Sellers are definitely keen on this, for now anyway. I wouldn't mind bringing myself at least back to flat before the New York Open. That'd be lovely. Not busting it though. Christine, I think you're ever so slightly late. And if you're that late, you're probably not going to see me say that for about 45 minutes. I don't think this is that interesting anymore. Confirmation, I'll get it. What was that little blip from Spotify? Frightened me. You think she deserves a sympathy award? Only takes 25 minutes, but the shorts are finally printing. Confirmation at 50, 52, 56 up here. I'll take it. I'll take it for short. I need to see confirmation though, baby. See what we can get. I don't think I've had much slippage on a day. I've had no slippage on a day. That's excellent. Absolutely tremendous. I need to see you break that high, man, and bid into 50-ish. Don't know. That's just not what I want to see. By 55, I think we've been back to high for shorts and we'll have inverted all those gaps. What are you trading now, Jamie? 5? No, these are 5 Tradeify fundeds. 5 Tradeify select funded accounts. Down 550 on the day. Overall green 640. This is the second day trading them. I was up 1200 on them yesterday. Want to get today to green. Doesn't need to be massively green, but you know, if I can get basically 50 points from now, so about plus 400 plus 400 plus 600 green on a day, I'd be very happy with. That means it's doable to pass them on Monday. And I like Mondays. The chopping here at 40. I'm not keen on this really. Morning, Miss K. This might be a bold thing to do, but I might put that as the London high. Well, short of 45. Build it on mine. I'd put it up, to be honest. I'm keen on 52, give or take. I want to see us close red, though. That's the only thing. Up into 49. That's too much risk. Confirmation. That's the only thing I can think of from now on. Why were we all typing Australia? There was a giveaway. The code word was... not this. Australia. Why were we all typing our favourite continent? I thought the continent was Oceania. Oceania. From NFP candle current to open point of control is around 800. Is it? Interesting. Okay. What? Oh, fixed point of control from then. This pre-market could have been so much profit for me. That's a dangerous way to look at it. Oh, it tested the prior open, which I was literally looking at. That's crazy. I like a fill here. Por favor. Damn it, man. That would have filled my order perfectly. 49. My short was placed at, and I thought I'd wait for confirmation. That's crazy. I've not been managing my trades too well today, chat. Taking off the good ones, leaving on the bad ones, you know, that kind of jazz. To be fair, I actually haven't been doing too badly, but it's still... It happens. It happens. You got filled at 29,846. Let's freaking go. So you got filled short here. GG's, Jacob. That is phenomenal. That's a really good trade. In your defense, chat is to blame with their callouts. Yeah. I've got to say, some of the callouts I get from chat sometimes, I read them and I go, well, that is just outrageous. They think, oh, it's going to go up exactly 555.7 points higher, and then it's going to dump another 1,050 points. It's like, ah? Is it really? All right. Would have been overall green for today. Buyer stepped up there. Didn't really step up on the down. Sellers didn't step up on the downside. I want to see buyer step up again here, and then I'll bid off of 15. Into that prior wick at 30. 15 points for free. We're going to 32k from 20. See what I mean? That's an outrageous call out. It's just blind guessing. You're scalpers, man. I want to see a break above 15, which is 10 points higher. Retest 15 with buyer stepping up on delta, and then I'll push for the high side. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, no. Wouldn't be a news morning without a full retrace. I know. I tried to catch said retrace down here. Got a juicy break even, to be fair. Really good break even. I like this fill because it's right above 800, which makes sense for a retest and a break of that prior low. Same trade. Nice one, man. Needed to break through the 1.5 here. Manage carefully, divergence. Not really. They'll step up in a sec once we break through this. Which we've made equal lows of at the moment. Break through this, you'll see delta stepping up. Not by 1 tick, that doesn't count. Honestly, trust. Okay, don't trust. I'm holding this, man. Why's my P&L gone back to ticks? There we go. 800 test and dump, or front run it, that's fine. Bugger all buyers on that bid up as well. Come on, sellers. Come on, sellers. That's nice. Let's see more of that, please. More of this to the downside, baby. Come on. That wick is calling your name, Nasdaq. I might get to stop out here. Oh, dearie me. Hands off. Have we got any liquidity? Stopped out. Oh, and slipped, man. That's so stupid. This 5 minute didn't produce much of a wick to the downside. I was really expecting us to get more legs on that. I really was. That's a shame. All right. I'm still green lighted to trade for a little bit. Maybe a retrace up into 840. Like somewhere around here. That'd be interesting. Into new lows down here. Risking to that prior high. Still green lighted. I'll take that. If you're not going for that wick, 750. Bang. Jesus, what a candle. Yeah, I know. It's just after I got out as well. Close down here. Rebid. Tests. Then test that up into 750. That's interesting. That's so unfortunate. I know. The thing is, though, the stop move there was so the right decision because I'd have been break-even stopped anyway. So there's nothing else I could have done about that move, to be honest with you. Nothing else. I'm going to keep an eye on Delta on this move. If we catch some buyers on the bid back up, I'll be taking this off. 100%. I like the fact that we're less red now, though. We're $100 less red. Man, they're watching your stream. I know, they always are. Sorry, did I give wrong call? I didn't know you gave a call. On divergence. Oh, manage carefully. Oh, no. No, you didn't. I would have managed that exactly the same had you said nothing or had I not been on stream. Panion, this might come as a surprise, but I don't actually do what chat tells me to do. I went to get some coffee. Did you hit that trade, Jamie? The hourly flip is red now, which is what you were looking for. I took my 49 trade off. I wanted to see confirmation. It just did it too quickly. Took a short here, which wiped me out for some money. I'm trying to look for another short here, 790. What? Bollocks. Yeah. Buyers are stepping up here. I'm not too keen on this anymore. And it's doing it too slowly. A slow bid into my entry. Not keen. So don't forget to be liking the stream. Such a shame. I really liked that prior entry. It's just it would have wicked me. There was no way I could have managed that correctly without just an insane amount of hindsight. There's no way. I like the way that this is now 1.5 standard deviation, as well as that prior wick, as well as volume, as well as with the trend. Only thing that scares me is Delta. Only thing. But either way, I think we'll get a reaction here at the 1.5. So. We retest 787, then flushed div 1. Okay. Front ran you as well. Another miss by a point. Wow. That's a doji. That's a 5-minute doji. No, thank you. Still got New York, baby. Still got New York. Check chat history. What did you want? Gonna short at a retest of 785. Ooh. Nasty. To be fair, even if you had your entry at you were missed by 1.5 there, man. That front ran that prior wick. You in the UK, Jamie? I am, yeah. Breakfast beers. Ooh, what a shout. Are you having breakfast beers right now? Ooh. My account's been up and down like a yo-yo today. Small $400 profit now, so I'm going to leave it with a win for the end of the week. GG's. I'm so mad. We will always have New York. Exactly. The big pump was CPI, right? Nope, it was non-farm payroll. How do you trade New York? Because you seem to make back losses on that session. These are the levels that I eye up. So you got the 7 a.m. range. I mark out London highs, London lows, Asia's highs, Asia's lows. I look for sweeps. I look for retests of VWAP. I don't trade base hits. And not to mention, you get a lot more continuation on my style of trading during New York. I abandoned the trend trading because I tend to look for reversals actually during New York. Since it's less fakey. Not plural, but one, yes. Not plural yet, is what you meant to say, text. I'll just do a repeat, like a literal repeat of the last move. If this doesn't fill me by 8:15, I will be taking this trade off. So it's got 2 minutes. Jamie, we might see a bounce from 700 to 750s. Okay. Yes, Captain, my captain. Breaking news, Texas Ryan not allowed on the plane. Weird thing, that pump is London point of control, never moved its way. Still down at 590. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that at all. 590? We barely saw that during London. Sure, 580 to be precise. When are you anchoring your London session to? I anchor mine at 2:30. Started here. I'd have put it at 620. 620's got significantly more volume. Even though I don't have a point of control reader on mine. For London. I got any more coffee? No. Sad. New York is less fakey. I'm taking... I guess you take offense for that? Yes, New York is a lot less fakey. Okay, I know it's not 8:15 yet, but the fact that we'd need so much volume to bid it up to it means I wouldn't be keen even if it did, Phil. What's the account balance actually at? 463 negative on the day. That's alright. I'm okay with turning these accounts off at that, to be honest. In fact, I think I will. I think I'll switch to Apex before the London Open. For the New York Open, sorry. 700 to 750 will be London value... London volume node, is that? And the value area low trade. Oh my god, there is actually 0 contracts of volume at 700. Huh! Talk about that for a value for a fair value gap. There is no volume. No one bought or sold between 705 and 690. New York has been so choppy, bro. Okay, look at the first 5 minutes. Shall I show you? Case in point. Yesterday. Mark out. London's low. London's high. Asia's low. Asia's high. London's low. Look at that there. What happened? We immediately opened. We dumped right through it. Bash. And then we came... I kind of written it off because of how much we swept through it. And then we came back up. And I saw that. And I saw how that kind of closed. I thought, that's very interesting. So I placed an order there. I risked 15 points. Took 60. First few minutes aren't that choppy. If you're talking about this, yeah. Tail end, yeah. Open. I don't find the open very choppy at all. You play sell limit now? No. Where am I? There we are. I've also got the 50-minute opening range, break and retest of that. Really nice. Levels of interest, man. Look at how they react there. Look at how price reacts. With confirmation early on in the session, and I think you'll find some success. Matt has the first 15-minute rule that he blocks out for his base hit strategy and his strategy. It doesn't actually mean you have to do it as well. I used to. I found more success with taking it off. I tried the same move yesterday. It took me out. Look at NQ in the 1 minute. Perfect triangle. Yep. I knew we were going to retrace. I just didn't realize we were going to go for another 100 points before the said retrace. I didn't know we were going to retrace. I thought we were going to retrace. I hoped. We've just given back nearly 1% of the market in that move. At least 0.5%. You said before you left that you were looking for New York to run it back up to London High. I did, which was what, here? But I caught that trade earlier. London's low was respected first, so that's the one I took. I don't think there was an opportunity there. There might have been, actually. I don't know how that candle reacted, but... I was looking for a reaction at London's high, but I closed the chart after I'd got my London low trade. I was happy. I was done. I was done within 10 minutes of the New York Open, which is just an absolutely juicy thing to say. Sometimes I've had it before on the 7 a.m. trade, which is this box down here, the 7 a.m. Opening range from breakout and retest from the New York session. I've had it before where I'm literally done within 3 minutes of the New York Open. And I didn't used to trade London at this time, so I literally would have a 3-minute trading day. Obviously, I'd get there a little bit earlier, but one trade and done and walk away. I didn't know Matt had that rule. I don't trade 9. Yeah, good. It's a good rule for you. I mean, you know, if you like it, you like it. But I find the open really, it sort of matches how my brain works, so I like it. And it can push to 10 if it's super whippy. Yeah. Hard to beat a 3-minute trading day. Yeah. Can you explain the 7 a.m. trade in more detail? Yeah, I can. I look for... So at the New York Open, this doesn't count. At the New York Open, I want a breakout of 25 points. If the New York Open's 25 points away, that to me counts. But if, like, this is a breakout and then New York Open's here and then tests it and bids, even though the trade would have worked, it doesn't count in my rule. So I look for a 25-point breakout from either the upside or the downside. When that happens, I want price to come back, test the high or low if we're looking for longs, or the low or the high or the midpoint if we're looking for longs, or the low or the midpoint if we're looking for shorts. So say we come down here, we open here, come down, come down, sort of on the 22 range, we show respect to the high. I would get in long at the high, targeting 50 points, maybe 60, maybe more, maybe less. Or if we don't respect the high, I'd do the same thing to the midpoint. Say we open and we just dive straight through it and we don't respect it at all. That means I haven't had my confirmation. I wouldn't be in a trade. And then we break out 25 points to the downside. We come back up, respect the low, that's a short. Or if we don't respect the low and we respect the midpoint, that's a short. If we go all the way down and then come back up and break up again with no respect to these levels, once again, no trade. But then once again, the long is still valid. Do you think we get an 8:30 a.m. re-entry long? I'm gonna guess at Central Time. What do you mean? Are you asking if there's going to be any long opportunities after 8:30? If so, yeah, I absolutely think that. I think I'd put a lot of money on that happening. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. New York time. Isn't that... You're looking in the past now. Oh, you mean the CPI news here? Yeah, that's the top of my zone. Which is perfect, actually. you're asking if we're going to see that price again for a entry long, I think we might do. Yeah. I'd like to see that because that is the top of my 7 a.m. zone, which I was just explaining. Bet that's where I was looking for a trade. Yeah, wait for confirmation first because we could do it really choppily at the open. There's no strategy that works every time, so just confirmation is just the little cherry on the cake for every strategy that I look for, really. I'd rather sit back because 9 times out of 10, if it's a fantastic trade, it gives you the entry and it's very obvious that it's the right entry and it gives you that confirmation. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's fair. You just have to let those slide and you just have to sort of live with that. But confirmation saves you so many times. And it's actually okay to try the same trade twice if it stops you at the first time. It's still actually respecting it. Doesn't mean the trade's invalid. You can still take it. That's my mind anyway. Only thing that's annoying is the 5-minute fair value gap. Bullish, it could go there and then reverse up. What, that? That's basically the same place. Wouldn't be too worried about that. I think you'll be fine. Don't be worried. No need to be worried. You can put your feet up when you're trading. You don't have to actually lock in. This is what I was explaining earlier, interval. You can just chillax whilst you're looking at the charts. You know, you can do other things, hang up your laundry, do some games on your other monitor. I've actually done it before where I'm just a bit sort of like a bit bored of the charts. And I have my charts on my second screen and I'm playing GTA 5 on my main one. I'm like, oh yeah, let's shoot something. Oh, that's a good trade. Let's long that. Excellent. You know? We don't worry, we wait. Exactly. Distracting yourself often can prevent you from making bad decisions. Yeah. The only thing that was disappointing about that was I made $2 million robbing on a private island in GTA 5, and then I made like $500 in a trade. I was a bit like, oh, I think I'll just go rob an island next time. What was your trading journey like? Choppy. Long. Messy. Fun. Educational. You totally agree with the distractions. That's why I watch movies in the background. Yeah. Damn, and they're going to front run 700 to 750 trade from 710 to 715 early. Nah. This is people exiting positions before the open. Full retrace before open is quite impressive, even for Nas. Not a full retrace. I'm looking for the full retrace here at 677. Should have added more. Shorting from 29, 854 with 1 micro. Is that your area or else no entry? No. That's just one of my setups. My strategy isn't that strict. I can take whatever trade I like, whenever I like, however I like. If it goes wrong, that's on me. If it goes right, that's also on me. That's just one setup I look for. London lows, that's one setup I look for. Sorry, Asia's highs. London's lows, London's highs. Those are all setups that I look for. There's no one thing. I have to do this or else I don't trade today. Most relaxed guy I've ever seen. But you don't have to stress on the charts. Everyone's sort of like... You see a lot of these streamers, a lot of these traders. Long? I'm long. And I'm out. I'm out. Oh, did you chat? It's like... Alright. Let's cool it off a little bit, buddy. You know? That's not an insult at anyone in particular, by the way. It's just you do see people like that, and I just think it's a little bit sort of, you know... I don't like being stressed in real life. I just certainly didn't pick a career to get stressed in that either. I'll see you, Jacob. Peace out, man. That's how Matt misses Josh. I don't think you have to be like that to be... I like your style. Yeah. Well, it's a long time coming. You just don't get stressed about losing trades because, you know, I stand by I made some mistakes, granted. There were things that I could have done better today, yes. Like this trade here, I shouldn't have fired that off so quickly. I should have waited for confirmation. I should have changed how I did that. But there's no point. You know, as Jeremy Clarkson says, let's not get bogged down with who did what. It also stops you from getting tilted just so easily. Like if I was locked in so hard today and I was like, oh my god, yep, sure. I stopped out. I'd be so tense and my heart would be pounding and I'd be stressed and I'd probably be tilted before the New York session even opened, so. Some people don't take trades until 20 confirmations. It's just too much. Yeah, I just go in the 22 range. Yeah, like if I wanted 720 here, you know, I don't want 720 here, but if, you know, how do we get back that 720? Okay, coming into 720 here. Okay, we tested it. That 22 range candle quickly jumped off of it a little bit, but then we closed lower. Yeah, I don't like 720 anymore. I just don't think that's valid. You know, just look at how the 22 range reacts, because this is like a macro level of price reacting. You can see every tick movement. And if we do test 20 and bid off of it, and then we just fly through it like that, which is exactly what we did. It's not valid anymore. You don't have to have all these confirmations. You don't have to have so many confluences in one trade. There can be just one setup, one confluence in one trade. Confirmation for me is just 22 range. Price doesn't look like it wants to go any lower than this. Let's do it. Price has already rejected this once. You know, like if we put in, if this down here, if I was interested in 95 and this, you know, bounced, went lower, and then if we came back above 7, like this high here, and retested 700, that'd be nice. If I'd already marked out 95 as a level for me, which I hadn't, but you know, that kind of idea. The less complicated and the less stress you take on in trading, the more success I think you'll find. Might get that 8:30 set up. Yeah, it's a bit too early for me. This isn't what I really want to see, because now at the New York Open, we haven't broken out yet. So if we opened here, that wouldn't be qualified as a breakout. If we opened up here, we would be. But yeah, so what I want to see now is a New York Open, bid up, break out 20, 25 points, 30 points. Then back down, maybe test the highs, maybe test the midpoint, whichever one shows a bit of struggle. Take that and go from there. Back from holiday, where's Matt gone to? If you wait 60 seconds, you'll see him again. I did a London session. Speaking of, that's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed this stream. It's been chillaxed. That's a pretty good result for a Friday, to be honest, even though we've read NFP and Friday. Can't complain about that. I hope you I hope you all have a fantastic New York session. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Matt's. Wishing you good profits. GG's, guys. See you later. Peace.